What is up, party people? So let's say what's up, everyone, so I don't forget this time. What is up, No Name? What's up, DK? Thank you, Soul. So early. Yep, I say, hey, I told you I would start on time, and I am starting on time. 6:30, like I said. You know, the intro, that doesn't count. What's up, RT? What's up, Amy? Yeah, I suck at poker, too. What's up? Who else is here? I think that's it. Oh, damn. What's up, Digital? What is up, GPS? Nikki is crazy. What's up, Sean? What's up, Montreal? What's up, Sean Smith? Alrighty. I think that's it for now. What's up, Wolfgang? Okay. So, hey, what's up, Carlos? I hate Carlos. I hate him so much. All right. Where am I? Because there was something on I didn't want. Where is it? Can't find it. Oh yeah, there it is. I didn't like that one. Okay, so there we go. All right, so nothing really planned. I didn't really think of anything to really talk about. I only really went live because I figured out how to do the audio inside the Meet Hangout, so I'm pretty excited about that. And then also Chris Berry went on like a comment tirade, I guess, on a bunch of different videos. He was like, "Ballers can't say anything about evidence unless they look up. If you look at the ground, they're wrong." I'm like, dude, I challenge you to a one-on-one. See if he shows. We'll see. I doubt it, but we'll see. Okay, there's a hangout, and we will pick something to talk about. I think I wanted to talk about the whole freedom aspect because let's get something straight. We have zero freedom. What is up, DK?
Hello.
Yeah, so I saw your comments inside the chat. You were talking about what's his name? Zoom Truth.
Oh my god, that was that. I tell you what, that is the most funnest stream I've been in for a long time.
See, here's the thing,
and it was the flat earthers.
I've never talked to him. He was in my chat a few times, and when I went and just picked a random video, I know who he is. He's very
he's deep.
Aggressive.
He's deep. He's a deep flat earther. Oh, he's very aggressive. He actually questions his sanity, and I'm not surprised.
Yeah, and so when I was over there, he seemed pretty cool. You know, he wasn't getting all aggressive, nothing. He knew me and you were there, so he wasn't like talking shit or at all. I don't think. But
no, he's actually a really decent guy with me.
Okay.
And considering I fucking hate them, it's incredible. we actually do get on.
Well, and I know he knows who I am because he's been in my chat, so he knows that I'm like all aggressive and I don't talk shit, all that stuff. So maybe that's why he wasn't with me as well. But I'm not gonna lie, he's the type of person I would avoid talking to only because of the video I saw. Because I do know for a fact he is aggressive when he gets aggressive.
Yeah.
I got to do more research on who he is first because I don't know who he is.
Oh, tell you what. I mean, if there's a conspiracy going, he'll believe it.
Okay, so he's an auto hoaxer.
All of them. Sandy Hook, 9/11, every single one of them. Everything's a hoax. Everything's a lie. Even in that stream, when there was streaming live from the Hollywood Boulevard, there's all these, there's lots of police and fire engines going past, and he was saying, "Yeah, I've heard the police just drive up and down with the sirens on just to harass people,
what the hell,
and just to get them wound up."
What the fuck?
Yeah. It's like, yeah, okay, mate, you can have that
much. That's huge.
But I ended up having these winding these. I mean, they're mostly Christians that go onto that site, which is kind of strange. And basically, I had these winding up this Christian because he kept going on about trannies. And I said, "Are you okay? Are you repressed?" You were oppressed, and ended up. I mean, if you got 5 hours or 2.5 hours, if you want to waste, play it two times speed, I ended up, winding this guy up so much that I was going to wear a dress. And meet him, and he was like, "What did he say?"
You were gonna do what?
He was gonna fuck me up, so I took that as a he was trying to hit on me. And what did he say? He said something like "die faggot," and I said, "Oh, is that a German restaurant? Book a night. We'll go there. we'll go to Die Fagot." And oh god, he was just getting so aggressive, and he was just basically saying, "I'm gonna fuck you up. I'm gonna kill you. Die, you bastard." I was like, "This was a Christian. This was a Christian." And another one joined in.
They get to turn it off when they want to, though.
Oh, I know. So I just forgave them. which wound them up no end. It wound them up no end. Oh,
that was actually like at the end of it all, you're just like, I forgive you. Have a good night.
Yeah. Kiss. I'll be the one wearing the red dress.
Cuddles.
Oh man.
So I watched your video, and I'm not gonna lie, no clue who you were up until the other night. Like, I know who you are, but I never really subscribed and watched videos. And then I watched that the Flat Earth Finder thing.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm gonna tell you right now, it's accurate.
In what way is it accurate?
I checked myself.
Oh, you went in there and played around.
Oh yeah. It's unfortunately very accurate. Yeah, it's
unfortunately very easy.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
there's
no security.
Yeah, no security at all. It's wham bam, you're in there. No emails, nothing.
Well, there's not even one of those sort of capture things where it says, pick the 3 pictures that show the curvature. Or anything like that.
Yeah, the thing that stops bots from coming in and all that stuff.
Yeah, nothing. I'm surprised it's not.
Unfortunately, it is very, very accurate.
Did you find some people?
No. I checked myself, and I did another account from my brother's place, and yeah, it's accurate. And the only good part about it is you can delete your account immediately.
Oh, can you? I couldn't find the delete.
You have to dig into your account. It's not. It doesn't say delete or unsubscribe. You have to dig down into it and get all your stuff unposted and all that stuff first. Click it off, and then it'll let you.
Well, I'm still there. I'm signed on 2 accounts, and one of them I've actually put up a street activism meet. So hopefully have some people turning up into a non-existent place.
Well, the crazy thing is it said it had it was 1,500 people or something like that.
Yeah,
and there's 4 people in there.
Yeah. The activity is really low, but the great thing is, you can start at the top. You can go to the members page and start at the top. And just send a message to each and every single one of them.
Now,
all the way down the list.
I think it could work, but if he needs to understand what a website is before he just goes, join my website and put all your information in.
Well, this is the one that Bob Nadell got involved in. There's one of his streams where he talks about it, where Bob Nadell got involved. And he says, I'm not going to promote your website because it's not safe. It's not safe. All that information, it can be, I mean, all people are going to get are emails and possibly false locations. But, he got all upset about that, and he's had quite a few fights with. He actually's called everybody out. Globe Tour, Bob Nadell. They're all bastards. They're all cunts. They don't want to help.
Okay, so I'm not sure if people knew about this. Okay, so I've talked about this before, and this is one of the issues I've had with Dan the Waterman. Dan
the Watermelon Man.
Yeah. So check this out. Dan is one of the type of flat earthers that jumps groups. Why? Because he can't get along with anybody. I think
Right.
Truth is part of Dan's group of the flat earthers that just bounce around groups saying they're not good enough.
Yeah. I've seen that. Well, Zoom Truth does this. He'll call people out the next time next video he's apologizing and saying I'm sorry. But he's had it with Paul on the plane, and he's trying to get Eric DeBay involved. And if he doesn't get involved, he'll call him out for as a cunt. And then next time he'll apologize.
That's what Dan, if you notice, that's what Dan does. Dan wants to be famous. Zoom Truth wants to be famous. They want to be on TV. They want to be the flat earthers that got it through to everyone.
Well, that was the first time I actually come across Dan. The watermelon man.
Me and Dan have gone through it. He's a moron.
Oh,
he moron.
Did you see the part in the stream where some woman is just like talking to him and she's annihilating him?
Oh yeah,
she is just absolutely annihilating him on everything he says.
So he came on here and talking about the Salton Sea.
Can you count to 6? Can you count to 6?
At the
let me know. Can you count to 6?
And he keeps using the same footage. And we were talking about refraction. And I asked Dan a simple question. I said, Dan, what's the index of refraction? And he instantly couldn't answer it. Follows by saying, oh, no. We did the test when there was minimal index refraction. What, Dan? What's that mean? No, there was none. What, Dan? I have another channel where I now use it only when I really want to talk shit about somebody. He's the only one I've done a stream on there from.
Really?
Yeah.
Good.
The thing is, when he was out there on the streets, he was literally just preaching. He wasn't engaging anybody. It was just like
they talk at people.
It's like a call center. You know, when they have like a script to read from.
Exactly.
He just starts his script and just works his way through it. And when the people disappear, he goes back to page 1 again, starts again. And it's like, well, does it work?
No, it works for him. It works for him.
I see. Because I must admit, if just someone just standing there talking at me, I'll just switch off.
Exactly.
At least David Hicks, Zoom Truth, when he goes out on the streets, he does actually engage with people and he talks with them. It's still bollocks, but he talks with them.
Dan's he's not a people person.
Well, he's got a lab coat, for crying out loud.
Does he?
Oh,
yeah, he was.
It's a butcher's smock.
He was in that stream in the Hollywood Boulevard. He was wearing a lab coat.
Oh, gee. I know you.
Yeah.
Okay, so check this out. When I first met Dan, actually talked to him, he goes, hey, I have an idea.
Oh, you mean you met him?
No. Well,
all right,
he lives 45 minutes from me, for about 45 minutes north. He goes, I'm going to DM you. I got an idea. So his big push right now is he wants to do what you guys saw him doing on the street. He wants to make that into a television show. And he wanted me to promote it for him on my streams and shit.
I think Mark Sargent wants to beat him to it.
He wants to make it better. He tried to get Mark Sargent in it. Oh, I have the email, the DM and everything. It's like a long list of this is my plan. And I hang out with.
Sorry, was this when you were a flat earther?
No, this was like 2 months ago. 3 months ago.
Oh, okay.
In the hangout, it was after we streamed, but I was still recording it. And yes, I have this recorded. Dan the Watermelon even admitted he wasn't a flat earther, and he was using the flat Earth platform to get where he was trying to go.
No.
Yep. I'm trying to find it right
See,
now.
that's rule number 1. If you're doing that, you don't give it away.
And Hugh was there, and I have it recorded. I just gotta find it. That's easy to do because I always gotta find it. Oh yeah, he's not even a. He'll never make a TV presenter. He's not good at it. Oh no, he would be on TV like one time, and he thinks he's the shit at it now. What's up, Gary?
What's going on, Mr. Sean? How you doing?
Not much, just hanging out. Doing pretty good. It's been a while. How you been?
Okay, this is pretty
So good. Just came over from your buddy's channel.
Who's my buddy?
UEP.
We don't have friends. We don't have friends.
Huey. That guy, Gary, I wouldn't even mess with him.
Oh, him and Sanchez had a dust up today about which one of them is an agent.
Wait, Huey went and talked to Sanchez?
Yeah.
See,
Agent of
Oh, we're
what?
getting desperate.
So this is what Huey does. Huey likes to jump around these channels.
Huey, the guy with the floating blue head, Huey?
No, that's Hugh.
Oh, okay.
No, not Huey and Rolf.
No.
Different-
This is
different guy.
one of Bro Sanchez's guys.
Okay.
He jumps around. And he just goes.
I thought worlds were colliding.
And he
I
tries
was
to,
going
like-
to get my seatbelt on.
He starts pumping people up and trying to be like he's the shit. Gets all cool with them, and then like out of nowhere, he'll start talking shit and try to get the people to come to his channel, which hasn't worked in like a year and a half. But yeah, he likes to do this every once in a while. It's nothing spectacular at all. Let me tell you this: if you guys want to hear the least amount of flat Earth proofs, find out where Bro Sanchez goes live. It's bad. I've been calling Bro Sanchez out since I left Flat Earth, or actually before that, and he won't even return any of my emails. But he's also
he says
he's a
things
scammer.
like truth
Put it this way,
and earth.
yeah. Put it this way, you know how I think Nathan is a scammer. Bro Sanchez is by far the biggest scammer on YouTube, who utilizes what he thinks will work to get as many fucking black followers as he possibly can and run with that shit. And I'm telling you right now, I will prove
he's
every
a lot of black
bit of
conscious
everything I
bullshit.
just said. He's full of shit. Complete full of
He
shit.
preaches a lot of that black consciousness, true Israelite stuff, which I think to some degree has legitimacy, but he's using it wrong.
He's using it for his gain.
Yeah, I don't think you understand the delusions of Bro Sanchez, Mister.
Yeah, it's bad.
Everyone comes from the North Pole.
Yeah,
The
see, that's not his. That's not his.
Oh no,
hold on.
because he's
He
fake
shows
as shit.
he shows a picture of the geographic North
But
Pole.
he didn't
and
invent that
places the
shit or come
magnetic
up
North
with that shit.
Oh,
He
no.
didn't come up with that shit. Pete
Oh, no.
Shade's got that same
Channel-
shit. It
channel.
it's a thing. It's the Mount Maroon.
They all steal from each other. It doesn't matter.
No, listen.
So it's a
Bro
legit
Sanchez,
fucking
Bro
stupid
Sanchez-
old time myth about
No,
Mount Maroon.
No, channel. Bro Sanchez picks and chooses BS
Yeah,
that he thinks will work and runs with it. Nothing is his.
I know. I agree.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You know. Damn. My bad.
I know who
forgot.
these
Oh,
jokers is.
Yeah. You
I've
better
had
not-
conversations with Bro Sanchez.
No.
Look
Yeah, no,
at,
my
I
bad.
know.
My
I
bad.
know Cheddar Bob. I know Cheddar Bob, right? You know I know Cheddar Bob.
Yeah. My bad. Okay,
I know
my
who
bad.
Cheddar Bob is.
Yeah, he got him a little panel over there with your other friend, Root Warriors.
And my favorite part is I called out his panel once, and they all came over here, and between me, a few other people on the panel, and Jim Panda, all of them were like, "Well, we don't really know what's going on, but we have questions." Instead of that Bro Sanchez panel where this like this and period, no, fuck you, get off the panel, like all that bullshit they do.
See how the snake tail curl and it make like an oval. And the
That
oval
dude is so full of shit, it hurts my brain, and that's why I call him out all the time.
back in the Paleolithic era.
Here's my favorite part. The one time he came out of nowhere and called me out on what I had said, he comes to my panel and he starts talking to me, and he's like, "I don't even know who you are." And I'm like, "Dude, I've been around for 3 years. Bullshit." And then he fucking, for no reason at all, in a 20-minute monologue, he starts talking shit and gets all pissed off like I'm interrupting him. And he starts acting like a little child in his seat, like jumping around, like hollering. Like, I swear to you, it was the funniest thing in the world.
Yeah,
Funniest
I've
shit in
seen
the
him do
world.
that. I think I seen him do that. I think I was there. I was there a lot, especially like when Lewis was trolling him and shit.
Oh, yeah. Well, here's the thing. So I didn't realize it, but he was taking the My Hangout and streaming it on his site. He told his viewers that I rage quitted my my Hangout. What really happened is my computer did one of those little shutdown things. but see, DK, it's happened so many times. It's real. I'm not even bullshitting. It really happened. Because
I get it.
I came back on
totally.
fast enough that I saved my live stream. You know what I mean? So my live stream was still going. So everyone in my stream knew what was going on.
And I go over there and I start talking like, hey, I'm back on, come back to my stream. And then that's when I hear him say, I rage quit. I'm like, dude, first of all, that's my hangout. Because I noticed he, like, out of nowhere, he goes, hang on, wait. Hey, thank you for the super chat to somebody. And I'm going, why would he say that? And I went, oh, shit, he's live right now. And that's when I realized he was using
Crack
my panel.
is bad.
It was bad.
That's why. That's why he said that. Because crack cocaine is a bad drug.
He's one of those people that
I forgot whose fucking stream he was on.
You know, like,
He's like on your stream.
like, you know, like every, you know, TV places have commercials. He's his own commercial for his own shit. He's like, every 10 minutes, he's like, thank you, hit that super chat, you know, keep me here, this and that, and I'll stay and give you information. And he's like, he doesn't. It's the worst.
Oh, you mean like Unirock?
I don't know
Yeah, I
who
was gonna
Unirock
say,
is.
to be fair, that's like almost every YouTube channel.
But
It's
see,
like almost like
I don't do that.
YouTube is censoring me is really
That's
just
crazy.
a myth.
I hate
revenue.
that. I hate that with a passion. And I've been saying it. YouTube doesn't have to do shit. Be happy YouTube lets you say a damn word right now.
But YouTube's hiding the shape of the earth, Sean.
Yeah.
So, Sean, what is your topic on today? Did you ever have your conversation with the geoengineer?
No, that's going to be on the 7th.
Okay.
I'm having the interview that morning. That's going to be that morning, and then that night I'll be able to upload it. The only thing is because he's the actual professor at SDSU, San Diego State University. Like, their media department has to literally hear it before it can go live on my stream. They don't care.
Oh, wow.
But they have to review it.
Gotcha.
And
well, yeah, I mean...
And if they hear anything different from that interview, I probably could get sued.
So if he comes on and says the earth is flat, we're fucked.
Oh, yeah, they'll fuck. They probably won't
They'll cut that.
No, well, that's the thing. I'm editing it, and that's what they want. Because I'm editing it, they want to know how I cut it. They don't want me to cut it to something that's smearing them or anything like that.
Yeah,
and I completely understand
context.
it. And the only stuff I'm going to cut out are stupid questions that I say, or like things that are like so obvious, or the banter between, like, you know what I mean? Like the things that don't need to be there, I can edit out. A 2-hour conversation that really only lasts an hour and 15 is what I'll make out of it.
Yeah.
But they want to know about it first.
I'm assuming you're not going to do it on camera.
No, it's going to be audio.
You have to get like a puppet or something. Just
if I had a,
you can cut away to the noddy shots and things like that.
If I had a decent camera, I would. But I don't have the money for like a good like a camera for that type of situation. Like I have a webcam, but I'm not going to use a webcam for an interview like that. I'm you know what I mean? Like something you would set up on a tripod for an interview. I want.
It's called a podcast.
No, do it in a webcam and wear a ski mask or something. You know?
No, DK. I've been on camera. Yeah, I've been on camera. I'm not. That's not the issue.
He's cried. He's been on YouTube and his channel crying. He showed his tears off, dude.
Yeah, I do.
I don't know.
I keep
all I've ever seen is this little shield thing he's got there.
People have seen fluids leak from his face, dude. It's all right. He doesn't need a ski mask.
Yeah. I put myself out. I'm very real. What you get is I put it out there. Everyone knows me.
Oh no, I wasn't doubting your existence.
No, you said hadn't seen the camera before. No. But I've been seen many of times. Many of times. And usually people go, "Oh shit, you look like this."
Yeah, that's usually the response to most people as soon as they come on camera. You go, "Oh, that's not what you look like."
Yeah,
what was in my head.
I have no problem going on camera. I've been on camera so many damn times. When I started, I was instantly on camera, instantly like out there. Yeah, it's been like almost 3.5 years, 4 years almost, and everyone knows what I look like. It's just the past 6-7 months, I haven't had my webcam hooked up, and that was just what it is. I just was lazy, and I don't think about it.
Yeah.
Well, I know you guys.
Down here.
I don't even know you guys as well by your avatars. I hear your voices, and I know who you are. So that's why it's kind of become complacent to me about the webcam, because that's also another thing, and. It's not what helped Jose, but it's what helps Jose. When people view your streams and they see who's talking, it it pulls them in more, gives them more of a comfort to listen.
Yes, it
And
does. Yeah.
But I don't think about it, so I just don't hook my webcam up. That's the only reason like no one ever sees me.
Well, I tell you, you saw my
That's
last.
okay,
You saw my last video. Because every time I've done videos, well, in the past, you know, I haven't gone out and filmed it. I used to do a lot of filming of me talking and stuff like that, and I realised that it probably actually helps to have a face talking. So I filmed myself talking in that video, just so you got a face to engage with, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
To see if it made any difference. Yeah, fucking no one's watching it. It hasn't made a difference.
But it does. When there's a face, it does keep someone on watching. It does. It's fact.
What are you here for?
But I'm getting my whole like setup going, and once I get everything set up better, then like I'll have a couple cameras and all that stuff. Like I'm just now getting into like a clean production is where I'm at now. Where I'm trying to.
Yeah, but what are you here for?
Me?
Yeah, what are you here for?
Oh,
about an hour.
Understanding.
Understanding. Why you want to stand under things?
I want to understand things, not stand under things. That's what I.
Sean, you're already standing under things.
No, I'm not, and don't even say that. Don't start.
You got a ceiling. You got a second floor to your house. You're standing under your second floor for sure, right?
Oh, that is true. Why are you pre-assuming I have a second floor?
I was guessing. It was a educated guess.
What are you, a shill? You must be rich.
I'm not a shill.
Not you, Sean.
I'm
Of course not.
Why?
I'm a
Because he's
shill.
got more than one floor to his house.
Yeah,
Shill's got more than one floor.
all
two
shills
stories.
All shills have 2-story houses.
Yeah.
Shills that got two stories.
It's
That's right.
a
They do got
NASA
2
regulation.
stories.
It's NASA regulation.
No, all shills definitely got 2 stories, dude.
no.
Yeah. Flat
Did they wake
earthers
you up?
have cellars.
They have cellars.
Yeah, flat earthers only have cellars.
Yeah, that's where they dwell.
Shills have 2 floors.
Now, some of them are in their mom's attics.
Oh, it might not be their mum.
I'm pretty sure a lot of them just live in their cars, dude.
Well, she assumes they have cars. Most of them live with their mom.
There's nothing wrong with living with your mom.
I just want to
depends
announce.
on how-
I just want to announce that.
You know,
I just
back
wanna-
in the native days, we
I
all
just
lived with our
wanted-
moms.
I just wanted to announce something right now, and it's more to frustrate everyone. I just was handed a plate of chocolate chip cookies. Thank you.
Are you
I thought you
censored?
had some news flash. I've just been handed a news flash. No, it's chocolate chip cookies.
Chocolate cookies. Ha ha ha.
So I was thinking, Sean, you've been here a while, right?
I
And
have.
I thought, have you noticed
About 10
That-
minutes.
there's one thing for sure the flat earth keeps gaining, and it's Nathans. Pretty soon, I think every flat earther would just be named Nathan, and we could just call it Nathan.
And each of the Nathans, you can say, are oddly aggressive.
Oddly,
I don't wanna
they could
say-
all have,
I
they could
don't
have
wanna
something
say-
in common
I
with.
don't want to say crazy, channel. I don't want to say crazy.
Why? Why don't you say crazy? I was.
I'll
just
say
gonna,
it for you.
I was gonna go with meth because I've seen. I was been watching a lot of like this.
I
it's called-
concur.
It's called Live PD, dude. And meth heads are some aggressive maniacs, dude. Every time they get arrested, I'm like, dude, just chill. But they don't. You gotta watch that shit, dude. They got it on YouTube. It's called Live PD, dude. You like, I was like, why do they call this Live PD? They should just call it meth heads. That's all it is. Just one meth head after the next.
Wow.
And they all get mad. About stupid shit. Dude, they're in handcuffs going to jail and they mad about stupid shit.
Wouldn't that be a reason to get mad?
I don't know. I guess meth changes your brain, dude. It makes you mad about stupid shit like flat Earth.
Well, never mind meth heads. It's quite funny when you see these police videos and people are actually getting confused while they're being arrested.
Oh, and don't forget, it's a national law that they can't wear a shirt either.
Oh yeah,
Well,
that's a must.
They got shirts on, dude. That's where they hide the drugs when they say they don't have. There's one guy was like, I don't know, I never touched drugs, and he's got like all these drugs on him.
Yeah, hide them behind the nipple.
He's like, no, I never do drugs. I keep it clean. And then they look in his pocket, and he's got like a lab. They
Yeah,
pull it out like a
fucking-
meth lab.
Fucking rig hanging out of his arm. It's tied off.
That's so not funny.
Crack pipe
It's not
clenched
funny,
between
but
his
it's
teeth.
So not funny at all.
Crack
It's so
pipe
true.
clenched between his teeth. I don't know nothing, man. I keep clean, man. I don't lose shit.
It must be all the
This one
aspirin.
lady was like, meth, what is that? They opened her bag. She had like 3 pipes and a sack. And the cop was like, I believed you too, man. You had me fooled. I was for sure thinking I wasn't going to find nothing. Look at this.
So maybe the cop should look up Nathan Thompson's dog's ass just to check.
I don't know.
That's where he keeps
dog
it.
lets him do stuff like that to him. But if he does, it's probably a crime.
Oh no, I didn't
Pretty
mean
sure.
that. I meant hiding his drugs. I didn't mean fucking it.
Dude,
I
I
don't
watched
think they-
this one
I don't
dude.
think
I
they
watched
would-
this one
I-
dude. This
I don't
is
think
what
they
this
would
one
trust
dude
their
did.
dog.
Listen, this one dude, he had like a sack. I don't know what was in the sack. Okay, like it was like a plastic bag or some shit. And he's
Was it
chewed
human
that
size?
shit open. No, he chewed that shit open and swallowed what was ever inside of it. And then the cops were like, "What's in your mouth?" And he's like, "Oh, I just used plastic to floss my teeth." And he
Oh, no.
spit out this chewed up bag. And like 2 minutes later, dude was reeling, dude. He was just like all over the place, dude. I was like, oh man.
You done fucked up. You should have thought about that.
If
one.
if it's the baggie I'm thinking of, it's either coke or meth.
Yeah.
Well, I
Flush
think
it
it
down the
probably
toilet,
was
don't
probably more
eat it.
likely a powder. So I
I'm
don't
telling
know.
you right now.
Yeah, so probably
I'm telling you
cocaine.
right now.
Yeah.
I'm telling you right, a cokehead does not freak out like that. They cry.
Really?
Could have been PCP or speed. So, you know.
I don't know, dude, but he just his eyes bugged out and he
Nah.
was just like, hey, like,
No, man. If they're flying on dust, they're chewing their own face off.
if you're going to talk about, if you're going to talk about,
that's what Nathan does when he talks. Like that's why Nathan, what's his name? Oakley. He doesn't go on camera because if you saw him talking, you'd think he was chewing his face off. That's how he looks when he talks.
Yeah. Oakley's a grinder, a teeth grinder.
I don't know.
Oh, I thought you meant the internet
it's a
site.
website. Yeah,
That's why I said it the way I did.
he's probably on there as well.
Dude, but he definitely looks like
Wait,
he's
did
chewing
I
his
did I just say that out loud?
Yes.
No.
face. Yeah, mute button. Mute button.
What mute button?
Mute.
Like a mind?
Yes, no.
So confused.
So on a side note,
What
old
side?
Robbie Davidson.
Wait, what's that?
Robbie Davidson has given up the flat Earth conferences, and he wants to sell. He wants to sell the whole
Yeah.
shebang of flat Earth
That was the
conferences.
plan.
Do you think we could crowdfund it
No.
and buy it as Globe Earth and
If I
take it
wanted to
over?
just lose money, I just give it to Flat
I
Earth
can't because I'm not putting any energy into that idea.
at all.
Would that be hilarious?
No, it would be lame, dude. Robbie Davidson is an anorexic. He needs to go to rehab, okay?
Yeah, well, yeah, but he goes, and we take over the flat Earth conferences.
You think Flat Earth's gonna go to it?
Dude, I don't want to take over a flat Earth conference, dude. Why the fuck would I want to do that, dude?
Really?
Because it would be hilarious.
No, it would be
own
sad and
it.
pathetic
To
like
own
all
it.
the
To
other
own it.
conferences.
I'd be
Yeah, but
broke.
to own it,
Yeah, but we would get nothing from it. So we just waste
I
money.
don't know.
Oh, so we get to host an event where Nathan Thompson will come and abuse the elderly? No, thank you.
Oh no, but we don't let him in.
Then
You
wait,
can't keep him out.
wait. So you're gonna keep flat earthers out of the flat Earth conference?
Yeah.
This is not gonna be the Flat Earth Conference,
Yeah, it's
dude.
gonna be the Globe Earth Wish It Was a Flat Earth Conference.
It'll be the Flat Earth International Conspiracy Concert.
Come on, you got to use a bit of an imagination here. Come on, work with me.
You know what FEIC stands for? Flat Earthers are ignorant cunts.
What?
I thought it was Flat Earth International Conference.
Yeah, me too.
Flat Earthers are ignorant cunts. Period.
Oh, period.
Do you know the
Yeah.
term
I don't
flat
know. I
Earth
talk
is
to a lot
actually
of
a
people. There's
fallacy?
a whole lot of stupid going around.
Sean, remember
Yes.
to mark this as not child friendly.
Oh, it's not.
There's no porn on here.
Children need to know that Flat Earthers are ignorant cunts.
I just gotta
Okay.
make sure it doesn't go in the child category.
I saw Nathan Thompson lying to some children, so I'm making his millstone.
What?
Yeah, he did it on Jose's channel. He harassed some children and he lied to them. So, just like he told that doctor, whatever that went to the Flat Earth conference, that he needed a millstone for lying to children. I'm making Nathan a millstone.
Wow. Did Jose
I'm
kick
not
him
sure
off?
what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. Yeah, Jose definitely kicked him off. For a minute there, I thought Jose was like gonna be down with it, but I guess Jose just didn't know what was going on.
Yeah.
But then he kicked him.
No. Definitely not someone that's worth the shit. Like, it doesn't help or hurt. I mean, it hurts him.
Just so you know, Sean,
What's up?
Sean Smith and Crashes have both said they are willing to travel interstate to do stuff to him.
Wow.
He's already done enough stuff to himself, don't you think?
Now, see, what I'd like to do is I'd like to take Nathan Thompson out to a very fancy restaurant to buy him dinner and then run out on the check.
That's a good idea. Get
Yeah.
something out of it.
He would
I'll
just make a
have
video.
I'll have a 32-ounce steak, please.
You can't You can't pay with dog fleas and ticks.
Nathan, do you want some champagne? The finest bottle of champagne, please.
Dom Perignon.
while putting your running shoes on.
What you do is you get Nathan Thompson in a boat and you sail him out into the middle of the ocean to go look at the not curvature of the earth. And then later in the middle of the night when he's sleeping, you set the boat on fire and you get somebody to pick you up and bring you back to shore.
Sounds like a lot of
No,
time.
Why
I don't
not
wanna-
do the smart thing?
That kind of sounds like a lot of time with him, though.
That sounds
No.
a little bit. That sounds a little bit murdery.
Yeah,
I don't want the
actually,
better
I
one.
got the idea from a murder mystery that I was watching.
Now, see,
that's the better one.
I don't want. I wouldn't want to
Actually, it was
harm
a
the
really bad idea. The guy who
Maybe-
did that got caught immediately.
Maybe we should watch all episodes of Columbo and find the ones where someone actually gets away with it.
That doesn't happen. That's
See,
not
I wouldn't want to harm the guy. I just want to annoy the shit out of him.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah.
You
For
can survive.
eternity.
It's just you're just
Yeah.
gonna set the boat on fire and leave. I mean, he could jump and swim away. I mean, he's
But will he?
No, I think death is too
no,
much.
it's his choice.
I think you're right. Just annoying him for eternity.
Yeah, I
It's
don't think
probably-
Nathan could swim 50 miles.
I
I'm
don't
not
think you
trying to
can
be
annoy a
referred to
person
right
like that. I'm not sure a person like that has normal tolerances.
I mean, I'd do something like, take a road trip with him through the Arctic in the middle of winter, where it's 70 below, and just before we leave, eat a bunch of burritos and egg salad sandwiches.
Oh, and a mallet and a golf ball.
Fucking
There you
wrong
go,
with
Nathan.
guys.
Have fun.
You guys have issues.
And you said no death, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be like death.
Sorry, Nathan, can't roll the windows down at 70 below.
That's some weird ideas. Have you done this before?
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
Damn right I have.
Poor dog.
You just leave him in the middle of the desert with him and his dog, and he's just got
Wait.
one choice.
What did the dog do?
Not the
No,
dog.
no,
Yeah,
man, that's
what
crossing
did-
the
hey,
line.
I like
Keep
his
the
dog.
dog out of it.
I like his dog. Fuck that. Yeah.
Dogs
So,
are innocent.
The dog's a flat earther.
It's not the dog's fault. His owner's there.
Yeah, the
person.
dog's been indoctrinated. It thinks the world's flat.
No. You gotta just shoot for just really annoying the shit out of him. Just
Yeah, the dog
That's
has
a good
Helsinki
target.
syndrome.
You can't annoy people like that, dude. You're
he
training.
may know the number for 911 is a problem.
the dog.
And some fucking random drunk tried to attack me. So I don't need YouTube videos to know what it's like out there.
Well, I know about that. I'm just talking about the fact that you're watching, you watch these videos and
Yeah, I watch these YouTube videos to prepare me to go outside and feed the stray cats.
oh shit, there's an
Yes,
error
I had to
occurred
be
on your
prepared.
video, Sean.
Yeah, if you refresh on there, it should fix it. I switched my integer, the basically the encoder link because it was really my internet was jumping around, so I switched to the backup because usually if it's high traffic, one gets jammed up, so I switched to the other one. So momentarily, I shut my OBS off, switch it, and then turn my OBS back on.
Yes,
You're
so
back.
I watch YouTube videos to prepare me for the horrors of the world.
I like cooking videos.
With cooking midgets up unpaid.
I like watching cooking videos. I like especially those videos where people cook really weird shit that I had no idea about. Like sometimes like you'll find like some kind of like Indian or Thai street food cook and they're like cooking on a brick and you're just like, look at this shit's amazing. There's that. Do you watch those kind of cooking videos?
No, I just like whatever I happen to see that catches my interest at the time.
Midgets.
YouTube probably recommends you.
have a
YouTube
lot of
probably
interest.
recommends you a lot of cooking stuff
I
then
don't
because
care.
you watch it.
What?
Well,
Shill- Shill says
cooking was one of
he loves midgets. Understand that.
yeah.
Well, Sean, according to Lottie, you're a midget.
I'm not a midget.
Well,
I know,
I'm not a
but
midget.
Lottie
Hey,
says
Shills,
you're not.
I'm not a midget. Not.
are you sure?
I'm positive. I'm 5'9".
I don't think you should be using that unpolitically correct designation.
Yeah, that's true. They prefer to be called Niger. They've liked it that way since they came here.
I don't think that's I've never heard that.
Ever since they came here from France, that's how they prefer to be called.
Wow, dude. Where'd you pull that from?
That was great.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they like make shows about themselves. They call themselves little people. That's what they want to be called.
That seemed
Dwarf.
offensive.
Dwarfs.
Yeah, little people.
Because the condition
Yeah, see, that's
is called dwarfism.
that's offensive.
What, that I misspoke and said disease instead of condition?
Yeah.
But why is it a condition?
It's a genetic condition.
But how do you know that
It's not a disease.
They have a
Yeah.
condition. Because it's not something that's going to get progressively worse. It just is what it is. Diseases tend to get progressively worse until they, kill you.
Not shingles.
Shingles will kill you.
Oh yeah, it's dangerous to old people.
Dude, I was watching this video the other day about these
Are you
people.
talking about
Their
roofing?
muscles are turning to bone, dude. They're stiff.
Shingles are adult.
I never even knew that was
chickenpox.
possible. Yeah, I've been praying for those people. You should pray with me. These people, dude, they have a condition that is also a disease. Okay,
so-
where their muscles are turning to bone,
what?
and they're stiff, like they can't
it's
move.
Like
They
it's
get
like a
frozen.
calcium thing, right?
I don't know, like literally all of them, their skin, everything about them will eventually all become bone.
Yeah. It's like a tree trunk looking thing.
Oh.
It's what it looks like. It's just I know what you're talking about. But what I want to do is a stream on this goddamn thing called Margellans.
It's not even a real thing.
Okay, yeah, I know.
He's the guy.
I know. Check this out.
He's the guy.
Steve McRae.
He's the guy that circumnavigated the earth, isn't he?
Who? You shut up.
Margell.
Margellin.
No,
not
that's
Margellin.
Magellan. And he didn't.
He's circumcised something.
He didn't circumcise. He just enslaved a bunch of What were those people from France?
Little people.
Niger.
He built a casino. It was a Magellan's. There was a casino and a reservation.
Wasn't he Magellan's best friend? Anyway, okay. So Steve McRae, who I'm pretty sure most of you guys know who he is, he swears if his friend's mother had it.
What?
Magellan's.
Fibro dysplasia.
Where did she have it?
I don't. Her body.
In a hat.
But check this out. In my opinion, anybody who comes down with Magellan's it's realistically just a super Lyme disease, because it has come to that. Like, Lyme disease isn't something that just stays how it will mutate.
Fibers in your skin.
Yes.
No, they use lime to make cement.
Well, here's the thing. Those fibers are naturally in your body.
And pie.
They also use lime to clean hard water scales off of drinking fountains.
And coconuts, you can drink it all up.
But it's not the same type of lime. It's L-Y.
Well, go with margaritas.
I said lie.
No, lime. L-Y.
Why would you drink lye?
No.
Lie.
Why would you make a key lye pie?
You should make a drink with some Lyme disease.
Or a key lye pie.
You know the disease that ticks give you?
Yes, that's Lyme disease.
Yes, that's what I'm trying to explain to everyone else that wants to make.
That's one hell of a cooking
I don't
program.
understand that Lyme disease does not make fibers come out of your skin.
You're right, it doesn't. But picking at yourself and at your scalp does. It exposes them, and they're not picking out anything like. Okay, so here's what's happening. In my opinion, you start digging and picking at yourself, and you sit on a fucking couch, and it has fibers, and then it gets in your skin, and that heals. Guess what's under your skin? Because they're not, every time they take these little fibers in, they're not coming back as organic.
Well, yeah, that's part of the conspiracy.
Yeah, exactly. And so everyone understands, the way you get Margellans are nanobots that they spray in the sky. Just so you understand. No. That's
Sean,
how all Margellans is given. How else is I've never heard a different way that someone can get Margellans.
Wow.
Who's gonna get Magellan from circumscribing a midget?
Look you're gonna have to stop with the midget.
And it's Merger. You can't be offensive on my stream, asshole.
Yeah, you gotta pronounce it right, for fuck's sake.
For real, that's fucked up. That's rude. That's what it is. It's just rude.
Well, bring them on.
No, but
any Mijets in the chat want to join?
But channel,
I don't need this.
Channel, have you heard of any other way Margellans has been given?
Maybe.
Morgellons.
Associated to that MK Ultra.
It's Morgellons, and
thank you.
It comes from bacteria or parasites.
But it's not a real thing.
I've got it right in front of me.
I thought it was an MK
Morgellons
Ultra
disease.
So you're telling me
I
it's
thought it
real?
was the MK Ultra thing.
Were
they exposed you to something, and then that's the result or some shit? I don't know.
Because I'm telling you right now, the one that I know of does not.
And nanobots.
It's not.
Nanobots too.
It's even been checked. It's not a real thing.
I don't think it's a real thing either. I think it's an internet conspiracy.
Okay. Medical diagnosis symptoms generally include skin rashes, a sense of intense itching and crawling under the skin, and fatigue.
Scabies.
Yeah, now let me get to Lyme disease.
At this point,
infection you get from bite from an infected tick. The first symptoms is usually a red rash, which it looks like a bullseye, but not all people with Lyme disease will have a rash. An infection spreads to other parts of the body. You may have a fever. Same fucking thing.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that if you think you have Morgellons, you probably should talk to a medical professional.
And they'll tell you. And that's why I think it's like a super Lyme disease, like what do you call it? A
Maybe it's
mutated,
just
a
Lyme
mutated.
disease.
That's what I think. I think it's a mutated Lyme disease.
It could be anything, dude. I mean, you said it's skin
it-
crawling, dude.
But it has
Isn't that like the
literally.
same as like withdrawal from
But,
opioids or
but the
some
thing
shit?
is, it literally has the same symptoms as Lyme disease. If you look at the statistics for it, it's the same ones as Lyme disease. 300,000 a year
Well,
get it.
I mean, rash, chills, fever are the symptoms of a lot of things, dude.
Yeah,
Because
but
that's just how your immune system reacts.
but
Okay,
it's
the reason why you get a rash
but
and
yeah.
chills
Find me
and
something.
fever is because your immune system is working.
Find me something with Lyme disease that is real though, or is substantial, because they won't even diagnose anyone with it. Hang on, I'm finding it right now. It may not even be what you were saying, Digital, because what I'm telling you right now is not. It's not like that. I'm telling you
He
right now.
didn't cite its source. He just read some words, but he didn't tell us what the source was. For all we know, the source is some tabloid.
Here it is. I got it. Morgellons.
It's the Mayo Clinic, by the way,
Yes.
and
Okay,
I have
yeah,
put it
yeah,
in
yeah,
your
yeah.
main chat.
Yes, they have done a study on it.
Mayo
I have
is
a
not
study
good.
here too.
And wait, Mayo is a source, isn't it?
It's
Mayo
they're a
is more
clinic that
impressive
does a lot of
short
studies. Yeah, they do studies. They don't. It's like a. I'm trying to find the study right now because I have it.
You miss it. It went over your head. Mayo, mayonnaise, sauce.
Yeah,
Fuck's
mayonnaise,
sake.
Yes.
the sauce.
Oh,
Yes,
Went
I
over
like
your
a
head.
good mayo sauce
Yeah,
on
I
a
get
chicken
it.
burger.
It's because you're not funny. I get it.
Yeah.
Basically, he is funny because he was
is
telling the
Brian
same joke
here?
as me.
Is Brian here?
Yeah,
Brian
he's
makes
down
things
here.
not
He's
funny.
arguing with SC Montreal about
Okay. Well, wait. Brian is here though. He's in the chat.
stuff.
Brian's
Yeah.
in. Yeah. See, that's what it is. Because Brian makes shit not funny. It's just his presence.
I'm here, so shit's gonna be funny, dude.
Okay.
It's already been funny, remember?
Wait. What
Oh,
am I
look,
trying
and the
to-
Mayo Clinic source on Lyme disease,
Check
a
this out.
tick-borne illness caused by bacterium
here it is.
Borrelia burgdorferi.
Here's a study.
Deer ticks carry the bacteria that causes Lyme disease.
Morgellons disease is a
They
controversial
didn't read the
illness
sentence.
in which, you know what? I want to try something. This is actually, hang on. Keep talking because I want to try something because I actually had to pay for something and I want to make sure it works. Oh shit!
Research is fun.
He heard us. Hey Brian, how you doing, buddy?
Wait for the beeps.
No beeps.
There, Brian.
He's gonna come in here and tell us a dad joke now. It's gonna be horrible.
I figured if I didn't speak, I couldn't possibly make it any more unfunny than it is.
No, it's your presence.
I'm
Oh,
not
in that
blaming
case, we're all
you.
set.
I'm not blaming you,
1TBD
Brian.
Medical
Let's tell Sean.
Associates,
He's just a hater.
San
You guys hear that?
Francisco, CA, USA, to
Yeah.
International Limb and
watch
Associated
this.
Diseases Society, Bethesda, MD, USA. Morgellons
looking at my
disease is a
computer screen.
controversial illness in which patients complain of stinging, burning, and biting sensations under the skin. Unusual subcutaneous fibers are the unique objective
I'll be
finding.
waiting.
Hang on.
The
you guys can use
etiology
up
of
the
Morgellons disease is unknown,
Is he gonna
and
be the freaking
diagnostic
hard punny
criteria
again?
have yet to be established. Our goal was to identify prevalent symptoms in
I
patients
figured out
with
what the beeping
clinically
was if you're
confirmed
looking for that.
subcutaneous fibers in order to develop a case definition for Morgellons disease. Patients
Yeah,
with
right.
subcutaneous fibers observed on
Oh,
physical
this robot looked
examination,
reading to me.
designated as the fiber group, were evaluated using a data extraction tool that measured clinical and demographic characteristics. The prevalence of symptoms common to the fiber group was then compared with the prevalence of these symptoms in patients with limb disease and no complaints of skin fibers.
Limb disease.
The fiber group consisted of 122
Lyme disease.
I
patients.
can't absorb information this way.
Significant findings in this group were an association with tick-borne diseases and hypothyroidism.
That's what I'm going to use from now on. I'm going to piss everybody
And
off
what?
doing it too.
Hypothyroidic.
Hippoparoid. I don't
That
know
bitch
what
needs
she
to
tried
be
to say.
Hypothyroidic.
Hypothyroidic. That's what
Yeah,
she
but
tried
she
to say.
said,
Okay.
yeah, but she said hypothyroidic or something. I don't know.
It sounds like a new dance.
That bitch needs
Hip-
to go back to school.
Hip hop thoracic.
Okay, so you know what? I'm sorry that my robot sucks ass at reading, but it's better than me reading it.
Should give her a southern accent.
You're right. Maybe slow it
You
down
sound
a
like
little
she's from
bit.
Georgia.
Slow it down a little bit.
We
And at
gotta
least when she says things wrong, we'll know why.
We got a forecast of 10 inches of snow possible for tonight.
You should stay inside.
Yeah.
Don't listen to the weather, dude. Don't listen to the weather, because see what happens is you listen to the weather and then you manifest. And that's how you let weathermen control the weather.
No.
Yes, that's how it works.
Noah controls the weather.
No, the weathermen control the weather unless you don't listen to them.
Noah does.
No, the
They're
weatherman
wrong
was
50% of the time, because 50% of us don't pay any attention to them.
the weathermen were
Yeah, but if
were
you
a
don't-
domestic terror group.
If you don't listen
Oh, that
to
was the
them, it
weather
still gets
underground.
freaking hot.
Like, you don't need a weatherman, okay? You can look outside. That's what the weather's like.
No, I like to know whether or not my shoes are going to melt when I walk on the bitumen.
Yeah, but the
What?
weatherman can't tell you that.
The what?
Well, when we break
Asphalt.
the record, in Adelaide again, and we go above 47 degrees C, I want to know if my flip flops are going to melt.
Okay,
You
well,
better
look,
flip-flops.
you can find that out without using a weerman.
Yeah, get some.
Well, you can't look out. You can't look
Just go
outside
out
and see
to
what
the
the weather's going to
road
be like
through the
in
grass.
3 days.
Go out to the road through the grass, and then you just like throw an egg on it.
Yeah.
Throw some water on it.
Bacon.
Throw some dirt on it, even.
Bacon.
The best way to tell if it's hot outside is to walk up to somebody, say hello. If they're on fire, then it's probably hot outside.
Here's another thing, dude. If you're living in a
Actually, you
place,
go to
You're in
Louisiana and
California.
it's-
here's another tip for you, dude. If you live in a place where flip-flops can be melted because the road is too fucking hot, stop wearing fucking flip-flops, dude. Get some non-meltable
longer to
fucking
melt.
shoes, dude. Prepare yourself.
I didn't realize we were going to be starting hitting on flip flops tonight.
Oh god, I fucking hate flip-flops.
And me, a poor flip flop salesman.
God, flip-flops are the worst, dude.
Jesus.
They're like
By the way,
number,
how
It
they're
threw me out
number
of bed.
97 on my list of mankind's worst inventions.
so how on earth did y'all get on Morgellons disease?
Sean wants to always talk about it. I think you think he has it.
It started with Mijays.
No, it didn't.
I used to look
It
into
ended with
that.
that.
I looked into it because I was part of the chemtrail community until I realized that the term chemtrail was fucking up everything I was trying to do. And in that, I came across Morgellons, which is a disease that was given to people through spraying in the sky. And I was like, oh, hell no. And I looked over the stats on it, and the stats are the same thing as Lyme disease. But in the area in which you get it is the same as, yes, it is. The stats are the same.
No.
And if you look into it, on the studies they actually have done with it, it seems to me to be just more of a mutated Lyme disease.
They are related,
Different-
and because they're both from spirochetes, but
Yeah.
Morgellons has a much lower rate of incidence.
And they have a similar vector.
Okay,
Yeah.
where do you get it from?
I don't believe in Morgellons. I believe Morgellons is
Me
this
either.
term that the internet created in order to make Lyme disease seem like it's a government conspiracy.
Yeah, so where do you get Morgellons from then?
Oh, you probably get it. We most likely think you get it from anything that can carry a Borrelia spirochete.
Like a Lyme
He
disease.
doesn't know those fucking words, Brian, dude. Don't encyclopedia him. We don't have this medical encyclopedia of terms, dude, to look at.
A Borrelia is
Brian,
a genus of bacteria.
Can it be a mutated Lyme disease?
No, it has a different disease pathway.
It doesn't.
It has a different pathway. It has similar symptoms, but it has a different pathway.
Yeah.
I want some sources,
believe in it.
doctor.
Some similar symptoms.
Need some documented cases.
Yeah,
What's it?
where they
That's
don't
an easy
say I
partner,
don't know.
sir.
Dude, I don't know. One time I seen this video of this guy. He was literally turning into a tree. Okay, he had some kind of skin
Back to this
disease,
shit again, huh?
and his skin was growing these weird flaps like tree bark. It was really
Yeah,
weird.
it's
I don't remember what it's called.
hyperkeratization.
Maybe that doesn't sound right.
What's it called?
Well, that told you.
So I don't know.
Fiber
the
must
internet
be
can do a
dysplasia.
lot of stuff, dude. It can do a lot of things.
You
man.
must be wrong.
Like, I don't remember what the disease was called right now, okay? But they got him some treatment. He needed like some ointments and stuff.
You're talking about this.
Are you gonna show me the tree guy, dude?
Yes, I am.
Cool.
Ooh. Yeah, that's a keratotic disease, definitely.
That's fibrodysplasia, where you turn
These
to
are the things that can happen.
you turn either to stone or some woody type product.
It's like a calcium
This
thing,
is
right?
different. No, this isn't like that because this is more
This
like
isn't fibro. This is
a
not
warty
fibrodysplasia.
thing. This is more like warts, not like where your body's turning to bone. This is more like you're getting a fungus that's growing all over you.
That's what it was.
Keratin.
Am I right or am I wrong, Bri?
I wasn't paying attention. I was looking for Magellan's. What are we doing?
This guy here, he's got fungus growing on him, right?
No, it's keratization.
That's epidermodysplasia variculiformis.
Right. All right.
He's an authority. He's just wrong about Margellans.
He thinks because he knows all these words I can't even count to.
Stop encyclopediaing her, fucking Brian.
Yeah, stop giving me this Encyclopedia Britannica medical dictionary shit, dude.
Yeah,
Can
can you count to
authority?
The biggest word I know is encyclopedia.
I can count to purple.
I know why
I
you
can
come
work
here now,
to three.
Brian. I know exactly why now.
Yep.
Makes you feel smart.
I thought he had fungus growing on him. I
Y'all
was like,
teach me all sorts
Brian?
of shit. I teach you all sorts of shit. I just every now and again I get to do medical things on here. It's a win-win.
Yeah.
It's
Just
provided-
as long as you
provided
don't,
that I retain
as
it.
long as you don't try to be funny, it's a win-win.
Brian, I wanted to talk to you about this really tragic thing that I heard about, and I wanted to ask you how it's possible, but it's a horrifying story.
I'd listen to it.
Me too.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Okay, Brian, but this is for Brian. I want Brian to explain to me how this could fucking happen, okay?
All right.
So you got this 2-year-old, 3-year-old child, and he's healthy. He's got no medical conditions, no diseases, no genetic birth defects, nothing. He's a healthy boy, okay? Mom's bringing him to the doctor and saying he refuses to eat, okay? He refuses to eat, and he spits up his food and all this stuff. So by the word of the doctor, this is what they do. They sew this little boy's throat closed, and then they insert a feeding tube, okay?
Where do they insert the tube?
Later, this woman in the hospital gives the child an overdose of sodium. Okay, so she salt poisons the kid. The kid is in the bed writhing, trying to throw up, but he can't because his throat is sewn closed, and he dies. And I want to know how it is that a medical professional is going to take a healthy child based on the word of the mother alone and sew his fucking throat closed. Please answer, Brian.
I would have to read more about that story because you don't do that without doing imaging, without doing any sort of study. You cannot just take the word of somebody. I'd have to read that story.
Yeah,
Do you
I
have
think
that?
Look
citation,
into it, dude.
please.
I will get the news report, dude.
I'll take the news report. Because if that actually happened, that doctor deserves to be beheaded, not even just lose his license.
Not to mention the doctor. What about all the people attending on that surgery to sew a healthy child's throat closed?
What the fuck?
Again, he said earlier, you need to do imaging, more studies, things like that.
Let's see. If a kid's not going to eat and he's 2, I'm going to assume oppositional defiance disorder. Now, if he's got some sort of physical symptoms that make me think that he's got some sort of intestinal obstruction, he's getting a CT right away. At the very least, if she took him to the ER doesn't let you do anything without deciding, oh, we want your blood and we want you to have a chest X-ray for no reason, because it just seems like that's how ERs roll most days.
Here's a report on it that I found. The first one I found. Okay.
All right.
It's from this true crime thing.
It was
I
the mom
think-
that poisoned him?
Yeah, the mother poisoned him, but she tricked the doctors into putting him into such a state by having his throat sewn closed and the feeding tube inserted that she could do that to him. I need the medical people to
That'd be
think.
more like.
Okay, I need them to be thinking.
Yeah, but
Okay,
that'd be
I need them to be
That'd be more
thinking.
like challenge. That'd be more like they didn't see any physical symptoms at all, so they thought it was psychological. Right?
Yeah,
Brian?
basically, she was telling the child. But here's the thing: everybody else reported the child as being healthy, having a healthy appetite. I don't even understand why the doctor didn't at least try to sit down and have a meal with the kid before he sews his damn throat closed.
Didn't you say the kid was 2?
He was like 2 or 3, yeah.
Yeah, you're not gonna get too much communication.
I shared a
out of it.
link,
This
Sean.
way,
You
I
can
know
watch-
that. I will. I didn't know if I could watch it here and not.
You can watch the video of the kid dying in the hospital. It's in there. Warning.
But it'd be like because they didn't see any symptoms. That's why they would think it would be psychological, I guess. But like for instance, my son, he got glasses when he was 3. The reason they gave him like a thick pair of glasses is because the kid can't communicate with them for them to even understand, what can you see correctly, and so to think that sitting down and having a meal with the kid or having a conversation with the kid is going to get anywhere. That's kind of why the parent has that authority in this situation.
Okay, Sean, I'm going to give you my opinion on what you just told me about your kid. Okay. First of all, I think that was wrong. I don't think that they should put glasses on a kid if they don't know. I think it could be damaging to a child's eyes, and they shouldn't do that. And here's the other thing: he's 3 years old. There's only like 4 letters in an eye exam. Okay, there's only 4 letters. Teach your kid those 4 letters. Take them for the eye exam.
Doesn't work that way.
Well, I wouldn't put glasses on my kid. I would have waited.
Well, he's 12 years old now.
Doesn't work that way.
He's 12 years old, and over the 8 years, they've literally come down on the prescription based on him being able to explain focus.
Yeah, I wouldn't have bothered him with it. I would have just let him develop, and then if he was having eye problems,
The problem is then he goes
Q,
around walking
do you
around with eye
realise-
problems.
No, they
Yeah,
don't,
if
because
you- if you
no,
leave-
no, wrong. Because if he goes to and he attends a public school, then they're giving him eye and hearing tests every 2 years in the school because they're mandated to do so. So if your kid has an eye problem, the nurse from school will let you know.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, if you leave it,
You can take your child to annual eye tests
And
because
he's
that's
done
good
those tests,
parenting.
and they've done his tests, and that's how we know that them downsizing the prescription up to where he is now has been the right thing, because when he does those tests at school, he actually passes them now.
Yeah, well, I mean, sure, okay, good, but I wouldn't have put him through the thing when he was younger with the thick glasses. I just would have not put him through that part.
When your son starts watching TV from a couch, and then you notice that in a few short months that your son is
Now,
standing
you
in
said
front of the
your son
TV.
was 3 years old. Why is your son watching TV 3 years old? And also,
Because he's a child.
Most 3-year-olds
and his stay-at-home mother, who has to do other things, does put him in front of the TV while she's vacuuming or cleaning the house, because that's what she was doing at the time.
Okay, but if your kid is sitting too close to the TV, tell him to move back because he's gonna ruin his eyes. That's what I always did to my kid. Kids will always stand too close
But
to
see,
the TV.
that's the
They'll
thing.
stand too close
That's
to
the thing.
fire if you don't tell them.
Channel. That's the thing. He was sitting on the couch watching TV, and progressively he got closer to the point where he was a foot from the TV, and we couldn't figure out why the
Doesn't mean
hell.
he can't see. Maybe he just thought maybe he could get in the TV or would look better, or maybe he was just experimenting with light. It's
You're
that.
guessing, but we knew it was because he couldn't see from the couch anymore. So we took him to the doctor. The doctor said, yes, he does have, I forget what it's called, but it's like, not astigmatism, but it's something wrong with the focus, the cornea part.
Oh yeah, if he has a lazy eye, then yeah, he needs corrective lenses. And you can tell.
It's in both his eyes though, and it's not something that you
Well, they
see.
use glasses to fix that.
Yeah, yes. But at 3 years old, he can't say, "Oh no, perfect. I can see perfectly right now." Kids can't do that.
Most people wouldn't expect their mother to do what, Gerardo?
What
To
did
take
you
care
just
of
say?
them?
What did you say?
Gerardo.
I'm reading
His name.
I'm reading the closed caption, and it says, most people wouldn't expect a mother to do water out and take care of it.
Stupid closed captioning. Sorry, deaf people. I was reading Gerardo's comment. He said most people won't expect their mother would do something like that. And I don't know what he means because he didn't use any a subject or what predicate. I don't know what part of the sentence it is. You know,
Let's see,
forgot that stuff.
What really gets kids like disruptive or not focusing is thinking that it's them. Like if like a normal parent would go sit back and put their kid in the back, but then the kid just learns that, oh, if I'm gonna be up close so I can see it, my mom's just gonna put me back in the chair and it doesn't matter. Then they just go on life not seeing anything, and then they have learning disabilities and this like.
Well, they go to school and somebody tests their eyes and go, "Oh shit, dude, you blind. You gotta get some glasses." And they go, "Oh, I'm blind. I need glasses. Oh, life saved. Miracle."
The problem with that is years into it usually takes grade 4, 5, or 6 for them to find that, which means the kids had to go 6 years with learning problems because it wasn't caught soon enough.
Well, you know, the thing is that that's just the problem with life. Look, I'll tell you something.
Good thing his mother didn't just sit back and just say "fuck it."
I want to tell you about a conspiracy I've been thinking about, Sean. I got this conspiracy. Okay, this is the conspiracy. You know how people complaining about the public school, and you syndicate to the public school, and all they do is they take these tests to prove that the teachers are teaching them something. You know the test where they fill in all the little circles.
Yeah, the aptitude test.
Okay, you know what I'm talking about. Not aptitude test. They make them take the test for everything, for the math, science, and prove, so that the school gets its budget every year because it's got marks, right? You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay,
Exactly
so they're making kids fill in little bubbles all day, right? To take these tests to prove they learn how to fill in little bubbles.
No.
Yes.
Yeah.
Follow my conspiracy. Don't argue with it till it's finished. Right? It's gonna have holes in it, all right? It's supposed to. Okay, they fill in all the bubbles. Not because they want to prove that the kids learn how to fill in bubbles, but because they're trying to make supercomputers be able to read little bubbles that were filled in by kids.
What the fuck?
They're trying to teach computers to be really, really smart and be able to identify, because little kids ain't going to fill in these bubbles right. They're going to have all kinds of mistakes, half circles, half bubbles, maybe more than one bubble in a line. It's going to be a mess, especially the younger the kids are, right? And they feed that in the computer, and the computer learns to take a proper estimation.
Wait, are you telling me they're going to make robot kids?
No, I'm telling you how they're training computers.
To be kids?
No, they're using kids and they're sacrificing children's education to make materials for which they can train computers to control
Worst
us.
conspiracy ever.
Okay.
So
I don't know what Channel Q has been drinking, smoking, or consuming.
You can't have this. This
I'm out of here. I'm out of here. That woman is completely fucking bonkers.
I'm really gonna leave because of that. I was only joking, dude.
That was a good one.
You're fucking out of here.
Q, I've read this. I've read all the way through these news stories.
Dude, calm the fuck down.
Q, I've read through your news stories, and let's see. This woman was making a bunch of things up about her child.
Right.
The child could eat. There was no feeding tube. There was no failure to thrive. There was no immunocomplex deficiency.
But yet he had his throat sewed closed.
He did not. She told people that. No, he didn't. Read the article. It says that the kid was often seen eating multiple dinners.
Then how did he die? Because he couldn't throw up the salt poison in the end, dude. Because his throat was sewed closed. He couldn't throw it up.
If I gave you a lethal dose of salt, if I gave you a lethal dose of sodium, you wouldn't necessarily.
She took him into the bathroom, pumped salt into his feeding tube, brought him back and put him in the bed, and watched him die, trying to throw up.
Did you read the article? Because no one
read the article, dude. I watched the video that I shared.
I watched the YouTube link.
It's from a crime documentary. I don't know what report he's talking about. All I've read is these types of news documents on it where they all say that the mother had the child's throat sewn closed, and then she poisoned him.
She told people that. She told people his throat. No, she told people his throat was sewn closed. There is not a procedure on the planet that you would cause a blind-in pouch for someone's esophagus. You just
Then
don't do that.
why couldn't he throw up the salt in the hospital and when she poisoned him through the feeding tube? I think you need to watch the video I watched, Brian. And if you want to contest that
Why would I watch the video whenever I have the actual written document here?
Well, I don't know what actual written document you're speaking of.
The one that's linked in the damn video.
I for one would like to hear what the doctor has to say.
So the video, wait a minute, time out. The video has a link to a report in it that contradicts what the video says.
Yes.
God damn it! I'm putting my seatbelt on.
Conspiracy denied.
I'm gonna have to look
God
at that.
damn it.
I'm glad I asked a medical professional to clarify this for me.
Finish her!
I'm not finished. I've been enlightened, you fool. I'm grateful. Glad to know that nobody's sewing little children's throats closed. I was very alarmed.
That was as
Fatality.
graceful as a horse falling into a volcano.
Hey, Channel.
Well, that's as grateful as I fucking get.
Channel.
What?
I love you to death, but you know you're going to be the highlight, right?
Highlight what? What did I do?
The stream highlight.
What do you mean? What did
Yeah,
I do?
this champagne comedy.
I didn't even do anything that great.
Well, you'll see.
I asked a question because something obviously did not tell me.
But the way you said, the way you went, wait, so you're telling me that there is a link to a document that contradicts what the video says?
Oh, that's
Damn
fine.
it!
Damn it! Put my seatbelt on. Put it on right after that happened. I was like, I need my seatbelt now.
But it's okay though, because at least you're admitting it. At least now you know you got to read through the document and all is well.
Well, no, I didn't think I needed to read through a document because I just didn't think that video was going to lie to me to that severity, dude. I was like, holy shit.
Wait. YouTube can lie? No.
It's not YouTube that's lying, okay? It's not YouTube. It's a news magazine, okay? So it's not YouTube. It's something on YouTube. And yes, I'm aware that things on YouTube can be false, but I just didn't expect it in this case. But I'm glad and grateful to have been enlightened by that. I suppose I could have done my own research.
Just a little bit.
I don't care, dude. Whatever. We still got to the bottom of everything. I asked a
did.
medical professional. That's how I did my research. I asked Brian.
And what I'm going to do is I'm going to thank you, Channel, because you kept Brian from trying to tell jokes.
Brian did tell jokes. They were hilarious.
When?
This whole time, dude. He said, why would I watch the video when I can just read the official report? That was hilarious. Everybody laughed.
Brian's not funny.
It was
That's very
funny.
true.
No, Brian makes everyone unfunny, even from the chat. That's why he's here. Like, I just outed him and he came in.
Well, I'm sorry, but I'm grateful to know that medical professionals are not just taking the words of mothers and putting feeding tubes into healthy children. Because there is that case of the Gypsy Rose chick whose mother had her confined to a wheelchair until the kid got up and killed her.
Do we need
you understand that?
Do we
You
need
put a
to
feeding
fact check
tube in
this?
her for no reason. No, this one is definitely for real, dude, because there's more than one source for it. And the girl's in prison. And she had a feeding tube and she can walk, but her mother had her confined to a wheelchair and inserted with a feeding tube based on all these lies she told these doctors. And the doctors just did these procedures to her. It makes me seriously question how accurately a doctor can really diagnose somebody. If somebody just go in there and say something and then walk out with a disease. And that's why I wanted to ask Brian about this kid.
Yeah, I really don't know of a single reason why anybody would sew anybody's esophagus closed. That's just that is a surefire way to where the kids don't think like that. He's gonna throw something in his mouth. He's gonna attempt to swallow it, and now he's gonna have an object stuck pressing against his trachea. It's just a really bad recipe.
Why would they do that in the first place?
I've thought of all of these things too, Brian. That's why my mind was blown for thinking that.
Why would they ever do that in the first place? Like, what is?
Oh, they wouldn't.
Is there like a reason ever to to sew an esophagus
Yes,
shut?
they do it to people when they put. Okay, say you have like a paraplegic person or somebody with this kind of serious mobility issues, and they will sometimes remove the person's throat completely and give them a feeding tube because
Okay.
if they put food in them, it just comes back up
Okay.
because they have
I would
they
never
have like
remove someone's throat. I would give them a J tube.
yeah. Well, you know, this is. I've heard stories where people get
Go on, refute the doctor.
when
Go on.
they've had when they've had meningitis and they become they have to be in a wheelchair for their whole life and they have to be fed and taken care of because the meningitis did so much damage. Then in those cases they get their throats removed. I've seen it.
They get a trach for breathing, a C for breathing assistance, and they get
Yeah,
a J tube for feeding.
Yeah, is a J tube a feeding tube into their abdomen, right?
Correct.
Okay. Yeah, all right, then that's what they get. I didn't know these terms.
Yeah, but if you remove the
Doing that
throat, they
encyclopedia
can no
job,
longer breathe.
Yes, they can. They put a hole right in the bottom of their neck.
We don't sew their esophagus closed though.
Exactly. That's why I was alarmed, dude. Can you understand? My misconception was very alarming to me. I couldn't believe that. I was like, what doctor in the world would do that to a kid? Okay, so now you're aware of the terrible things that people do. I'm sorry.
I know of a certain person who did some more horrible things to people than what current doctors do.
Oh, yeah? I don't think doctors are technically doing horrible things to people.
There's this
there
guy
have been
called
some that
Joseph
have.
Mengele.
Yeah, there's been a few.
Look
Yeah.
him up.
I know who Mangala is, dude. What the fuck, dude? You think I was born under a rock?
Yeah, you know what he did, don't you?
This is actually telling a bad story about the profession, but there's a reason why there's still to this day a large distrust of medical professionals in Southern African American communities. It's what was referred to as a Mississippi appendectomy. A young woman would go in for just a routine appendicitis or routine gallbladder surgery, and she'd wake up without either no ovaries or no uterus. They would have just performed a silent surgery.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, Brian,
yeah, that's a true story.
Would you do like a one-on-one about that kind of shit?
If you want a one-on-one about the bad things that doctors have done over the years and the way that and the way that our ethics have evolved, I could absolutely do a one-on-one with you on that.
That would be awesome. We'll figure something out.
I still think doctors evolving, okay, like he said there, that's up to each individual doctor.
No. I think it has a lot to do with how they're taught.
I mean, I think it's, whatever policies and rules are in place are good deterrents, but I think it's up to every individual to want to be the best doctor and not be some crazy motherfucker.
Yeah, but you got to remember also technology bases how they do stuff and how it's done ethically, especially better and more ethically. I know there are certain type of surgeries they don't allow anymore because they're unethical.
Like what? Like lobotomies?
I don't know exactly.
Yes.
But I know that it's that is a real thing that happened. I don't know exactly which ones. Or Brian?
Well, we don't do lobotomies anymore unless they're absolutely called for. It's no longer a first line treatment for anything because
you can request one.
You have to have a damn good reason to have one.
Yeah, but you can.
This may sound stupid, but what's a lobotomy?
Where
a lobotomy.
Go ahead. Brain.
You know what?
It's not.
You cut out.
Ice pick, frontal lobe, mushy. Pull it out.
Okay, I know now.
Well, they used to do it. They don't do it that way anymore. Now they do it more like a biopsy.
You get a big hammer.
You actually used to be able to take a. It was basically a small axe blade on the end of an ice pick, inserted past someone's eye, and you could disconnect a portion of their frontal lobe from the remainder of their brain.
Yep.
And it had some effects that were good, some effects that were really bad, more bad effects than good.
What kind of good effects could happen from
Brian,
that?
That makes me think you could do that with light. You could flash certain patterns of lights in people's eyes and disconnect their brain, their frontal lobe.
Isn't that what seizures are when people can see strobes and shit?
Seizures give you auras, dude. It's a little different. You can't be strobe lights is how they test you for seizures in the hospital.
It depends. It wholly depends on what sort of seizures that you're having and whether or not and what sort of mechanism is underlying it.
Yeah,
For somebody that we think will have photo triggered epilepsy, we're really going to try to not trigger it by using that. We're going to try to do that without triggering another event.
They do that to me, Brian. They take me into the room and they make me lay there with all the nodes on my head and they flash the stupid strobe light in my face.
Do they shock you?
No, they don't shock me. They do that.
They're like, how's this feel?
No, they don't do that.
Okay, that's good.
No, they just stick nodes on my head and they hook it up to like a printer that prints out all these different colored lines about what I was thinking while they were flashing that light in my face.
You try to change what the lines look like?
I don't know how to do that, no.
Think different random things. Think about
No, but
unicorn
usually
farts.
what ends up happening after maybe 20 to 30 minutes of that is I start jerking uncontrollably and then I'll technically have a seizure. Typically, I mean.
Damn. So
Because they
torture.
do that to me,
Shit.
Brian. You know.
So like
I've
more
never
like
seen it tested
torture.
like that.
That's
I've had it like 4 times in my life now. They put me in the hospital overnight one time.
Do they sit
And
there
they
and
did
laugh
it
while they do it? Do you hear laughing while it's
They're
happening?
not even there. They leave me alone in the room like that.
That doesn't sound safe either.
They give me drugs too to make me real woozy.
I think you're part of a different type of study.
Yeah, whatever. They're trying to make me into a superhuman. I don't think Brian's a real doctor anymore.
Best joke told all night.
Finally, Brian gets one. There you go, Brian. I'm so proud of you.
What do you mean you never seen anybody get that, dude? What are they doing to me here? Some kind of barbaric shit that's been outlawed centuries ago?
Yes.
Bullshit. Of course they are, dude.
Yeah,
I
they don't
should've
even
known.
need a
I live in a
doctor for
time
that.
capsule, dude. Dude, it's been more than one doctor that's done that to me, dude.
I've just never seen them attempt to trigger one before. Usually we do our best to not trigger another episode.
Wait,
They literally do that shit to me, dude. Come
don't you
on.
gotta see what's happening first?
Well, that's what the electrodes are for. It's to detect any anomalous brain activity.
Yeah, they don't
Don't you
need
have
to put a strobe light in front of me for it. It's happening all the time. Just sometimes it's giving me a seizure,
Ah.
sometimes it's not.
Okay, I see. So,
But they do it. to me.
Damn.
I don't know why. And Brian's telling me they're not supposed to, and now I'm like, well, fuck, dude. I guess maybe I need a new doctor.
I bet you talked to them and told them it was a conspiracy, and they were like, "All right, let's do it old school then."
Dude, I'm gonna take a picture of the room with the strobe light over the bed. So I can prove to Brian it
It's gonna,
happened.
it's gonna look like the Hannibal well.
It's a hospital bed with a fucking strobe light hanging over it. Like when you go to the dentist and you got the light, only it's a strobe light, dude.
So it's like porno rave.
No. Not like that at all, dude. Go back to your pizza rolls.
You're laying there in one of those little assless shirts, and the music's going.
Why would I wear an assless shirt? My ass isn't on my upper half where I wear my shirt.
By definition, all shirts are assless.
Thank you, doctor.
Yeah, and I've never heard of a porno rave either.
God damn it.
I think we've about killed Sean tonight.
My brain
A
hurts.
Mige rave.
Technically, if a shirt does have an ass, it's called a bodysuit.
It's called a tail.
Dude,
Oh,
you don't know
yeah,
what
well,
things are
long-tail
called,
teeth.
all right? Dude, I saw a puppy with a tail on its face.
Latex.
What did
Nope.
you just say?
It has a tail on its face, dude. I seen it.
Where? Flat Earth?
No. YouTube's got it all, dude. It's got 17 different ways doctors will kill your baby. And puppies with tails on their faces, dude.
And cats.
Well, cats don't. I haven't seen a cat with a tail on his face.
Yeah, but it has cats. Or kittens, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I was watching some where they had some hoarding situations with some cats, dude. That
Oh,
shit
like
gets
cat
me.
ladies?
Yeah.
Funniest part is
some of them are
the
men.
puppy
though.
with the tail on its face. Its name is Unicorn.
Wait, this shit's
No.
real?
Yeah, there's your video.
Wait, this shit is real.
Yeah. Oh, it's a
real.
unicorn puppy. The rescuers refer to him as Narwhal.
A
They
unicorn
said-
puppy. I'm looking this shit up.
Dude, I just gave you the link, dude. You don't need to look. I did it work for you.
Thank you.
I would cut this thing off, this puppy. That's just me.
Wait, you could,
I'd be like, oh, that's not supposed to be there.
am I
Snip.
about to be weirded out by this?
Oh my
I
god,
don't
that
know.
dog has a tail on his face. What the fuck?
So all
my
these other
God. I did
So all
not
these other dogs are running up sniffing his nose.
I was not expecting this. I really was not. I will show people. Holy crap. That dog has a
told
tail
you.
on its fucking face.
I wouldn't make this shit up.
Yes, you would.
No, I wouldn't. I would never make up something as lame as that.
This is not lame. This is odd.
Well, it's not lame because it's real. But I
Oh
mean,
my
to make it
God.
up would be lame.
I thought you were joking around.
I'm only joking around half the time.
That dog
I
has
can't
a
believe.
tail
Did
on its
I really
fucking
leave
face.
because of what I said about the computer conspiracy?
Yeah, hey, so this is what I've taken from DK.
Really? I'm sorry, dude.
He's irritated. He's somebody who comes. He's like irritated by the talk of flat Earth, but all he does on his uploads are flat Earth uploads and stuff. It's weird. That dude has it's weird. He comes on. He's like, you guys are still talking about trying to convince flat Earthers this and that.
It sounds like.
and then uploads flat Earth stuff.
Well, that's all I got on my. Well, I got my music. That's just because I was an opportunist, dude.
Yeah, but
How-
you know,
But I
does
feel
that
the same way. I feel the same way. Like, why are you guys still arguing with these dumbasses?
How does that dog
No.
take a shit? I mean, which tail do they raise?
Come on,
we didn't say he had an asshole on his face, Aaron.
Jesus Christ! Learn your anatomy, Brian. Could you give him some encyclopedia words on anatomy?
All right. How encyclopedia do we want to go? Do we want to go ligament of Trites? Do we want to go all the way? Do we want to go all the way to corpus callosum?
Yeah,
maybe we just
there.
want to name all 3 hemorrhoids that each person is born with, because you get 10 fingers, 10 toes, and 3 hemorrhoids to start life.
Wait, what'd you say?
Hemorrhoids. Who
Hemorrhoids.
gets hemorrhoids?
Why do we have
Yeah.
hemorrhoids?
A hemorrhoid is quite literally just a vessel contained within the rectal wall.
So wait, so you're saying we all have
Is
hemorrhoids
that like
all
a
the
spaceship,
time?
dude? Are there aliens in there?
Wait, do we have hemorrhoids all the time, Brian?
Yeah, absolutely. It's just whether or not they become thrombosed, inflamed, or whether or not they hemorrhage.
I think it'd be kind of cool.
What is
I think it'd be kind of
thrombose?
cool if I had prehensile hemorrhoids.
Sean has throat hemorrhoids.
What?
We call that a stricture.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I've seen-
Actually, we call that a
It's an
heresy.
actual term, Sean.
wait. They have throat hemorrhoids?
Well, no.
No, they'd
Oh,
be
we have-
ulcers.
Actually, they're called varices.
What are varices?
It's
Ulcers.
No,
Brian.
an ulcer is not a varice.
I've had ulcers.
Brian.
Ulcer is not a varice.
Yeah, see?
A varice,
Polyp?
That's herpes,
a
buddy.
varice is an English.
It's a
Fuck
polyp.
you, digital.
It's a polyp. I'm going with polyp for 1,000, Alex.
I like that we're all cutting off the doctor.
That's the complete opposite.
I don't know.
Yeah, cancerous, maybe.
I'm not a doctor, thank God.
Brian is, and we won't let him talk.
Hey, Brian, if you give a colonoscopy, can you get all the way up into the nasal cavity with that shit?
If you really try.
Oh. If I wasn't worried about perforating your bowels 3 times, yes, absolutely.
I've done coke off my ass.
Is it 3 times and then you're
Wait,
dead?
wait,
Because
wait,
you
wait,
would have
wait,
really
wait,
perforated it
wait,
once and I'll be all right, but if it's 3 times, I'm dead.
Stop. Aaron.
I gotta
how
know
did-
about this perforation
Aaron,
in my anus.
Aaron, how did you do coke off your own ass?
I created the vacuum and snorted it through my asshole.
He's weird. Don't listen
Yeah,
to him.
that
I
was-
need to know about these ass perforations, Brian. Is it 3 times and I'm dead, but 1 I'd be okay?
Well, actually, even one, we're stopping what we're doing immediately and going to the operating room so that we can close you back up and give you a lavage to make sure you don't develop sepsis and die.
Yeah, because your bowels will like kill your insides.
What are the
right?
symptoms of sepsis, Brian? People told me it's important for me to know, and I still don't even know.
It's going to depend on how advanced it is. Typically, with sepsis, you're going to get flushing throughout your limbs. You're going to get a high fever. You're going to have a really low blood pressure, and you're going to have an exceptionally high heart rate.
I thought somebody
Go on, Brian. Tell her what
Can you get black
septic
heels
means.
if your heels are turning black? Is that a sign of sepsis?
I just figured out what we're doing for the holidays. Sean Smith already requested that we do a 12 days or 12 proofs of globe for Christmas, and I want to do the 12 diseases, and Brian's gonna explain them all, and they got to be bad ones.
On the 12th day of Flatmas, my true love gave to me.
Fucking herpes. Oh, I thought we were singing.
TMI.
I never got herpes.
For it,
I
Ember,
never
listen
thinking about
to
flat
me.
earthers, dude.
12 days of Flatmas.
It's flat J.
Dude, you don't need 12 days of globe proofs, guys. What the hell are you doing with your lives?
No, it's 12 days of facts.
We do 12 reasons Christmas is a commercial holiday
The Santa's not real.
for you to spend all that money they told you to save up all year.
Because I hate my child.
Why do you hate your child? How did we get there, dude?
I was just kidding. Jesus Christ.
Dude, once society started trampling each other over Elmos, you should have questioned. You should have just stopped. But wait, what are we doing?
Stop trying to take the fucking blunt.
Because we also did it before
Talking to
Elmo.
the child, dude. Well, are there even 12 proofs of globe Earth, dude? Are there even 12?
Absolutely.
What are you talking about? There are
I can
200.
give
Just
you
ask
2 to
Eric
start
Dubay.
with. A sunset and a sunrise.
Solar
not a
eclipse,
proof,
lunar
dude.
eclipse. Lunar eclipse.
Not proof,
These are
Deborah.
not
Sorry, not proof.
proofs.
A
Not
lunar
proof,
eclipse
Deborah.
is.
Sorry.
These aren't proofs of anything.
Lunar
They're
eclipse
proof.
is.
That's a
A
proof of
lunar
an
eclipse
eclipse.
is only possible
No, they're
on a
not.
globe.
They're not proof. They're evidence.
No, they're
There's
not
nothing to do with flat Earth.
evidence of the shape of the Earth. They're
You're
just
not a
evidence
flat earther, Aaron.
of eclipses.
Aaron, are you a
Has
flat earther?
nothing to do with the shape of the Earth,
Aaron,
Deborah.
are you a flat
Eclipses,
earther?
sunsets,
Can you tell me that a sunrise doesn't prove that the Earth spins?
Yes, I can tell you that. Absolutely.
Tell me
Okay,
how.
show me how.
Go look at your model. You
I
just hang
have.
on to
I
your
have.
model.
Want
I've
to go
seen
look
Hang
at
on to your
models?
model.
Super or
Why,
swimsuit?
Deborah, why do you want to
My
become a
bad.
flat earther? Do
Hey,
you
my
want me
bad,
to,
Jose. I
you
didn't
want
see
me
your,
to-
your request for a link.
You want
Why
me
are we
to
letting
help
this
you
guy
become a
talk?
flat earther, Deborah? Is that what you want?
I want to know what kind of models
It'll
you want. I'm
never
looking
happen.
at super or swimsuit.
What the hell are you talking about?
He said, "Go look at a model," and I just want to know if I'm supposed to be looking
Brian.
at supermodels or swimsuit.
Exactly. Yeah. Which
Hey,
model do you want to look at, Deborah?
I can hear Sean trying to ask me something. What's up?
I was just gonna say Jose's on his way in. Maybe he wants to talk about his third nipple.
I don't
Oh,
want to
yeah.
talk about that. Don't let him in.
I know why. I like talking about Jose's third nipple.
Why are you gay?
The milkman is here.
We should
I don't-
question that, Nick.
Is it? Hey, why is it gay?
It's a man's nipples, son.
We should question it. Good question.
You guys were asking about what we're talking about: a tail on the forehead, about extra
Did you
parts
see?
of the
Hey,
body,
hey, Jose, did you see that?
super animals. Yeah, I
Dude,
seen that shit.
That was
Yeah.
crazy.
I know. So I came in to tell you there are also superhumans with extra parts on the body. Shout out to me, my third nipple.
Shout out to the third nipple.
What'd you say that other account of yours was? Tres Tatillas?
Yeah, tres tetillas. Tres tetillas at gmail.com. That's my email.
Tres Netillas.com.
Tres tetillas. Yeah, tetillas is like little nipples.
Sweet.
True story. That email has been alive since Gmail, for 11 years, I think. 10, 11 years. I mean, for a long time.
Now, does your
My
nipple
first email ever.
grow?
Yeah, it's stay the same forever.
Only when it's cold. Only when it's cold out.
If you rub it, feel it down low.
Oh, it's cold right now, and I'm like all excited and shit.
Do you have to wear a 1-cup bra for
A
it?
tri
or-
bra.
No nipple bombing. No, I was gonna
These are stupid.
in the camera, but we're not gonna nipple bump today.
It's a
Not
it's
that
a
big.
nipple.
What
not
about
a
milk? Does it Does it have milk, Jose?
Ew,
No,
dude.
I know. Hey, channel, you're wrong. Because the reason it is a nipple and it is a third nipple is because it's in his milk duds.
They're called mammary glands, and he does not have those.
Yes, he does.
He does, yeah. I'm gonna have to. Let me come to the light. Let me come to the light.
Ask the doctor.
I'm gonna have to share my screen.
He has an actual extranumerary nipple.
And I saw
in what's called the milk line.
Yeah, I saw it, and it looks like a fucking nipple.
Well, you know what? I guess then when they were investigating you, Jose, with your mammary.
All right, so we got
like that
nipple
bitch out of
one.
Total Recall and
We got nipple 2, and we got
fucking bitch out of Total Recall with his 3 boobs.
Nipple
and
3.
mammaries everywhere.
Look, they're twins. One
I know
nipple.
I look at your nipples, dude. Your nipples is bad.
Look
dude.
at that. Look at that.
I'm not looking at it. I got my eyes closed because I appreciate my mind.
Nipple right there.
You can't make me
Tell me,
look
look
at
at
it.
it.
That's a third nipple. Look.
My
Look
eyes
at
are
it.
closed. They are closed. I will shut the computer screen off and you will only hear me and you will
Look at this one.
Right, that's it. I
Tres tetillas.
Oh, no shit, man.
you guys are easily amused by body parts.
A third nipple? Fuck yeah. That's a Total Recall right there. Every boy
That's
stream.
fun.
Don't be mad at the nipple.
I'm not mad at I'm mad at you.
What did
I have 3 testicles.
Jesus, no, we don't. We don't care. No one cares. No one
I'm
cares.
mad at everybody who come out
Okay.
here and push this flat earth shit, dude. Why?
What the hell does his third nipple have to do with flat Earth?
That's part of the narrative of flat earth, obviously.
Wait, flat Earthers have
what?
3 nipples?
I don't understand this narrative, dude.
Wait, do
Flat
flat
Earth
girls
trade-
Hey, do flat Earth girls have 3 nipples?
I don't know, dude. I ain't checking nipples. That's not my job. I'm not a nipple inspector.
Oh, I'll be a nipple
Like maybe
inspector.
6 toes.
But you will be,
Six
Sean. I
toes.
bet you will be. But you know what? You might also go to jail for being a really feely, touchy, creepy
Hey,
guy.
I exposed Jose's third nipple on my
No,
stream.
Jose did that.
Not on his, on my stream.
It's not
6
science.
toes. Flat feet.
And if anybody uses his third nipple without my permission, yeah, I'm suing you. Why? Because that's special.
Amen.
That's
You can't
special.
sue anybody.
It's content.
I don't show that shit on my channel. This is unique. This is right here. First time. First ever seen here. This is just for you, man. It's special.
He said, I don't show that shit on my channel. Fuck that.
Or somebody else's channel.
I know.
I have
Just mine.
I have 3 testicles.
No, we don't care.
You could definitely keep that to yourself.
Yes, we don't care.
Yeah, but they're not his.
That was good.
They're in a jar up on the shelf.
Oh, I thought they were connected to your hog.
Is Harley?
Yeah, like that. You ever never seen them truck nuts?
I have truck nuts.
Oh, truck nuts.
Or had
Yeah.
truck nuts.
Let's see. Don't a good amount of the proceeds from truck nuts go to testicular cancer research?
That was the point. Yeah,
They used
It's a great
to.
idea.
It depends on where you get them.
that was a
That'd be
great
a great-
idea.
That'd be a great field doctor there.
Cowboys,
Testicular
guys that
research,
ride
right?
horses, they have a lot of testicular problems.
Oh, I thought you were talking about the Dallas Cowboys. They haven't been testicles on them in years.
No, they have. Well, hey, fuck you, bitch. What the hell? That's my team.
Dude, what are you talking about? I'm a Dallas fan. I'm just very pragmatic about how we're going to
What's
be as
the-
long as Jerry Jones is in charge.
Well, I agree. But hey, we have the best damn stadium on earth.
Football's for you
That I
know what?
agree.
I just want to tell you as a follow up of no kidding on the third nipple. The other day I was talking to my sister. I was talking about it. And
Wait, Jose, you were talking about your
my
third
mom,
nipple to your
after
sister.
she gave birth to me, yeah, I was talking with my sister about my third nipple. Yes, I was. So she said like, so you were gonna be a twin because my mom. She said, I mean, she's a few years older than me. She said, but I remember, my mom was telling the story that after she gave birth to me, that I was the last child. Maybe a month after, she was really bad shape, and she had to go to the doctor, and they did like a cesarean. They opened her. They thought she had a dead
Cesarean.
baby inside her. A cesarean, right? And they opened her and they pulled like a ball of like it was like skin, bones, and hair of her.
Oh,
You know,
there's
it
a
was like
teratoma in
it was
there.
gonna be so it was. They pulled that of her, and then
So
whatever,
what you
maybe a
saw-
little bit after that,
so-
then she did the surgery, and they took the mercury, whatever, all that shit out.
And so, as a remembrance, you got the nipple.
I guess I absorbed the nipple of him, and I suck his soul, just sucking his nipple out.
What
So
else did you
let's just
take
name
on?
your nipple.
Like this is like a bad
let's-
Seth Rogen film right now.
So
Let's just
now,
name your nipple Pedro and get it over with.
now we know where all Jose's hair went.
No, and all I was thinking about is
Oh.
the fucking basket case, the movie, man. I was freaking out. I said, they give me that. I'll put it in a case and I hang out with him
What if
everywhere.
you have a third arm on your back and you just can't see it?
Make it easy to scratch his own ass.
Maybe.
Keeps poking you in the head.
Thank you.
Things don't.
I think you
generally
need to-
get more than 300.
I think you need to just cut to the chase and just name your third nipple Pedro.
I don't think that's a good.
Yeah,
idea.
no, but Brian, you say something after I told you, like, she for real, they pull out of her like skin, bones, and hair, like a
Yeah,
malformed thing. What is it? Is it common? Kind of happens.
Teratomas are uncommon, but they do occur. I actually saw one in my OB-GYN rotation.
So could I have been? It was going to be twins, maybe, and that's what happened.
I highly doubt it was going to be twins. That thing probably formed after you were born, because they grow pretty quickly.
Would it
Yeah,
be?
it's
Would
like-
it
it's
be?
like-
It's basically like a leftover ovary. And
Hey,
No,
Brian,
it's not an ovary. It's misplaced cells. Your body just didn't.
It's not. It's
organize
definitely not an
correctly.
ovary.
Hey Brian, would it be called like accelerated growth? If Jose said it had a bunch of hair and bones, because those develop kind of later, right after birth. I mean, there is hair. There are
the different
bones.
trimesters.
It's not. It's not.
Born with bones, dude.
It's not It's not. It's not
No.
accelerated growth. It's
The-
dysplastic growth.
The first and part of the
Everything
second
grows out of
trimester,
order.
There wouldn't be bone in the first and second trimester. Like the beginning of the second trimester, wouldn't consider it bone yet. A fetus.
What are you guys talking about?
Have you
You start to get
seen
calcium.
any children born with like an afro, like massive?
What the
head?
fuck, you
We're talking
stupid
massive.
ass.
Hey,
Aaron, yes.
I mean,
it'll
we're
be-
talking
hey,
mustaches.
Aaron, your first child may have an afro. I'm sorry.
Whatever. Every baby's born out of an afro.
I'm talking mustaches and beards.
I'm
Did
talking
they come out
afro.
with that? Did they
I'm
come
talking
out with that?
afros and pregnant ladies not taking care of their landing strip.
Jose, unfortunately, gave us the visual of like a ball of hair and bones. I'm just wondering, like, maybe you could have shaved it, right?
Oh my god, get this guy up.
But I appreciate that happening, that she had that ball of hair, because I don't grow hair on my chest. So,
Yeah, we saw that. Yeah, we saw that.
Well, I saw this. You don't have hair on your chest, but you have a third nipple, Jose.
amen. Thank you.
He's deformed.
I'll take that.
He's got nice eyes
Hey,
though.
that's evolution, right?
No.
I have a third nipple with Jose. I mean, I don't mean to outdo you, but I have a third nipple with hair coming out of it. So
Yeah, that's a lie.
no, it's not.
It is a lie, and you know it.
Q.
Are you gonna put
I
your
have-
fucking boobs up on the TV screen
No.
to prove it?
Nope.
I mean, I could.
No, he's not.
You ain't gonna prove it. You got three
No,
little
he's
nipples.
not. He's not doing it at
Shout
all.
out to Sean Smith in the chat, who's just been yelling "Total Recall" quotes for the past 15 minutes.
God, dude.
Here we go. Here we
Aaron,
go.
no. Aaron,
Here
no.
we go. Here
No.
we go. Here-
No. No.
One nipple.
Just-
We got
No.
one.
Ass
No.
for
We
his
got two.
No.
camera.
And then scroll down. We got three. And check this baby out. She's got hair on her.
This is terrible, dude. What is he doing?
You
Showing
actually
his dog's butt?
I don't know. I've already.
She's got hair on her.
can't see a
Okay.
screen.
I can't.
Everybody, close your eyes.
Yes,
Get
yes,
ice
screen.
picks and
I
dig
blocked
your
it.
eyeballs out of the socket.
Dude,
No one
that
can
is
see his
not a
screen.
nipple. That's not a nipple. That's a chode.
It's looking at you. It's looking at you.
So glad I closed.
That is
my
not a
eyes.
nipple.
I closed the window. No one can see what he's doing. No one can.
Andy was checking you out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
not a
why
nipple,
do you just want to
unfortunately.
show your bodies off to each other? Should I leave you alone?
It's a flat Earth thing, Q. You know that. It's a flat Earth thing.
You're not even a flat earther.
Well, Arwen does it. Nathan does it.
Thank God Riley
Jose
does
does it. Jose's a flat earther. He does it.
You know, if Riley did it, he'd probably get kicked off for indecent exposure. So it's
Riley
probably a
already
good thing.
did it. He did a live stream from a hot tub. Okay, it was horrendous, dude. There was
Did he
like
really?
mayonnaise floating on top of it, like mayonnaise on the water, just bobbing up and down. Yeah, he really did. Where's Bry? Skyfly Bry, come bring your meme.
No.
Oh, God,
no,
that's
no. Skyfly
Anyway.
has too much time on his hands.
One, get- The next logical step you come up as a flat earther is to be naked.
The next logical step is Q. Do you have nipples? I mean,
Whoa.
No, I do
Aaron,
not.
stop. Hey,
I do not have any
Aaron,
nipples.
Aaron, that's strike 2. I'm gonna tell you right now. No.
I didn't get strike 1.
Yeah, exactly. So no.
She has 2 nipples. That's 2 strikes. You're out.
Oh boy, here we go.
Yep.
My nipples removed.
Aaron, you've been warned. I'm telling you now.
I'm not worried about it.
Better be, because
I mean,
kick the fuck
we're-
off of here.
you know.
And a sorry won't help.
No. I'm worried about the strike, but I was just the statement I made. I was not respecting any response like from Q, right?
Yeah,
it
but it's not
like
something you're gonna
a
ask her either.
presentation or anything.
It's not something you're
okay?
gonna ask her either. Got it?
Oh boy,
You know
Got
what?
it?
I have 2 kittens.
got it.
You don't even get to troll that way. That
Killed the crowd.
not allowed here. Period.
Thought we were laughing and joking.
Yeah. But okay, put it like this: the best way for you to understand this, Aaron, is like she's kind of like my little sister, and I wouldn't let anyone talk to anyone like that. So you do not get to talk to her that way, even if you're trying to troll. It's just not going to happen here. You understand?
I don't think I talked to her in any demeaning way or any bad
Well,
way.
obviously you did, because I'm saying something. So you understand, yes?
You may have taken it that
You
way.
understand, yes?
What does Q think?
Do you understand what I just said to you? Because if you don't, I can make it so you'll understand.
I hear and I understand everything you just said, Sean.
Okay, thank you.
He would appreciate if you would not remark on her body or her fact that she's a woman in any way derogatory or otherwise.
That's cool. I respect women. Just want to know.
Well, women are just people, dude. We're all just people.
Absolutely.
We did this thing. This is what people do, okay? They put labels on human beings and then they justify treating them in a different way. And you shouldn't. You should just treat all people the same. Don't put a label over the word human and treat somebody differently.
Just put this, Aaron.
No.
Aaron, just realize this, Aaron. We all just did 20 minutes of Jose's nipples, and no one made any derogatory comments, but we were all laughing. So it's not like you have to watch yourself. You just got to think before you say stuff.
Q, it's not like we put labels on people. It's actually the government that puts labels.
Oh, you do.
No.
called me a woman. That's a label.
What?
I'm a human.
Her name
call
is.
you.
Hey, that's for you.
I never
her
called
name
you
is,
a woman.
Yeah.
I
Her
never
name
called
is
you.
Channel Q. Not.
I
woman.
always called her Q. I
You
never
said
said
you respect
woman
women.
ever.
You said you respect women. Why don't you just respect humans?
Okay. So in a general term, yes.
What I'm saying is that
I respect
you
people.
don't understand your own subconscious when you say things like, I respect women, which really means you don't respect women. Because you see women as something other than a human being, which requires some sort of special treatment, which probably you're only willing to do when you're willing to do it.
Is that group of people asking for certain respect?
No, I don't. I'm not asking for any more respect than you would give anybody else.
Okay, then why are you yelling at me?
I tend to get shouty. It's just the way I am. You don't have to take it
You're
personally.
shouting a bit.
Go on, Q. Shout at him. I dare you. Go on. Give it to him.
Shut up!
Keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah.
No, I'm gonna.
I'd rather have Q shout at me than Sean.
I didn't yell at you. Trust me, if I yell, you know I'm yelling.
I think you offended Sean, and I think maybe you just, it's like
Q, a colloquial term for a gender that is not my own would be what we would call, as a man, woman, and you can do the same to me, and I would not take offense to it. There is no offense here. Okay.
It's not about your offense.
Generally described, both people,
Victim
both
crime.
humans.
But when you
Okay,
select
both
one,
humans.
I
Okay?
respect
Generally
one.
described. I'm not there. There is no lines drawn here on this map that we're in here in Sean's show. So don't pick me out as saying ooh it's gender specific and I only use the word woman because I want to look different than on a different human being. I don't want to do that. That's not what I do. Nobody here does that, Q. So just stop it.
He does it. Everybody does. The whole world is built
No.
on
it.
Actually,
not on this show.
this is
Not on
this is
show.
what
everywhere you
this
go.
is this
Try
is
being
one
a
of those
woman once.
extremely this
Try
is one
being
of
a
those
woman, Aaron, and then you come back to me on that.
this
Not
is
on
one of
this
those
show, we
extremely
don't do.
rare occasions where I have to agree with Aaron.
What? On what? On what? Oh, I can tell you right now.
What's
everything past what Aaron said originally is on Aaron. I don't give a fuck. I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about what Aaron originally said, or originally asked, and I made sure he didn't continue to ask. Other than that, I don't care.
Well, considering the subject matter at the time when he asked if she had two nipples, I don't think that was necessarily out of line.
No. For me, it was because I don't want Aaron talking to her that way. That was
Okay,
on me. That's on me. I didn't do it.
Hang on, Sean.
No. I didn't do it on Channel's behalf. I did it because I said so.
Okay, but I have to follow up with this question. Would you consider it socially out of line?
No.
Yeah.
No. Well, no. Wait. In the context of what we were talking about, no. But for
Considering the conversation
No,
that
I
we
don't
were
think it
having
is.
at that time, would it have been out of line in a more social context?
No.
Yes.
Because yeah, it would have been out of line. And the reason.
It's out of line.
No, listen. The reason.
Given the
it was out-
interpersonal relationship between Q and Aaron, it was an out of line question.
Yes, exactly. That's what I was trying to get at. And because, but look, chill. We were all joking about stuff, even you. And not once did you take it there. And whether you were thinking it or not, there is a line for everyone.
But see, that's what I want to explore. I want to explore. I want to explore where that line is and why it's there.
I can tell you right now.
Mine is when he singled me out and then asked me a question about myself, whereas everyone else was singling themselves out and then making derogatory statements against themselves. And then we were all joining and answering.
Now that makes sense.
Yeah, and
that makes sense, Q.
And I'll tell you right now, the relationship me and Q have is the reason I said that, because I have a lot of respect for her, and I know she doesn't know Aaron like that.
No,
ever
hang
make
on.
those kind of comments. So I did say something on my behalf, not hers, like I said.
Okay, hang on. Q, I have to say, what you just said makes sense. I get it.
Cool.
Others were offering up their own information. He asked for yours. That I understand and that I get. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to explore this topic a little bit from both a social standpoint, from a social standpoint as where is that line? Why is the line there? And who gets to draw that line? That's all I'm doing right now.
It's really simple. We can just break it down like this, okay? First of all, first thing he did wrong, okay? And this is only wrong because of what follows. First thing he did is he put me on the spot. Now, we all know that putting somebody on the spot it makes you feel awkward. And when you're on the spot, you feel awkward. Everyone around you feels awkward. It becomes an awkward moment. He put me on the spot. I wasn't engaged in the conversation. And he brought me into it, put me on the spot. And then after putting me on the spot, he didn't have some, he directly directed at my body and asked me a personal question. So that's where it goes. You know what I mean? We put each other on the spot. We can create an awkward situation, and we can ask a ridiculous question, but we have to be careful that we're not like sticking our hands in people's pants with our questions.
I think, Sean, if I could just respond real quick.
Hang on. Because I want to respond. I'm trying to respond to what Shill said.
I know, but can I respond to that just so you know my position? That's all. Okay. We were all, when I joined this show, which was recently, you guys have already been going on for about an hour and a half before I joined. I joined, remained quiet, and just joined the comedy show.
Yeah.
It's like we're all comedians
agree.
on a stage. We're all of us. Q was involved. You're involved. It's everybody was involved.
Yep, 100%.
And if we're all comedians on a stage, socially,
Yep.
anything we say can be regarded as just comedy, social,
100%.
social joking.
Now,
Okay,
now listen.
I did not mean to single out Q. I know she took it that way.
I know. No.
Okay?
No. Listen.
And
Listen.
I'm sorry
check this
about
out.
that, Q. I will
No,
not
check this
ever
out,
approach
Aaron.
you that way.
I know you did not maliciously do that. I know. But here's what it is. Now, aside from channel, watch this. Q, I don't give a shit what you thought about the whole thing.
I
But
thought it like
if we were in a social group like Shill's ass, I'm going to tell you right now, if, say,
Which
I
we are.
wasn't there or we didn't have the same relationship with the group that we have, it would have been probably socially fine, but no one would have said anything and it got awkward. And then the conversation probably would have fizzled away. Now, if Aaron knew that I had known Channel for a while, and I personally will not let someone just disrespect someone like that, so I would speak up, Aaron wouldn't have said it. I spoke up because I felt like I had to. That's on me, not on Channel. That's just me. That's why it became the situation it did at the moment, and it was socially outed. There's a difference between the
it's much
situations.
like that
I think
moment
too.
where if you're watching one of those stupid like college comedy movies, where I haven't seen very many of these, but I have seen at least 2, and they'll have these situations where there's a group of people hanging around and like a pretty girl or something. Not saying that I'm necessarily a pretty girl, but you get what I'm saying. And there's one awkward fool who comes in and propositions the chick in front of everybody, and everybody just walks away.
We're not on a TV show. Q, we're part of
No,
the
it's
show.
not about being on
We're
TV
actually
show.
members
It's
of a
about
show.
social
We're
interaction.
actually members.
I think I might be able to supply an analog to this situation.
You heard what I said, though, right, Shills?
I understand what you're getting at, and I think I might be able to supply an analog to this situation that might explain better to Aaron what you're getting at. And it does involve. This actually did happen, and it happened with me and some of my close friends. We used to meet at this cafe about every other night and just hang out for a few hours, drink coffee, tell stupid jokes, just chat about whatever. One of our friends was a flaming queen. This guy was way the hell out there. He didn't care who knew it, and he was fabulous. But we were having a conversation. The conversation just kind of started fizzling out. And all of a sudden, out of the blue, he says, so there I was, nuts deep in this guy's ass, and he turns around and wants to cuddle. And I'm thinking, my God, what a queer. And every head at that table, you could hear that creaking sound as every head slowly turned towards him. And he just looks around the table and he's like, what?
Chills, you must hang out in Seattle. Yeah.
This actually happened in Montana.
Okay.
Montana?
Yeah. I think what they're getting at, Aaron. Aaron, I think what they're getting at is you were that guy that was nuts deep in the other dude's ass.
Or I was the comedian at the same table as all the other comedians. Everything was going on. I just said something, and one comedian didn't even respond. Actually, Sean responded.
What I'm getting at.
I think I got it.
What I'm getting at.
No. I think I got
did you respond, Aaron? I said no.
Okay.
What I'm trying to get at is what he said was not necessarily offensive to us, but it took things to a level that nobody was prepared for at that moment, and it was not necessarily in context with what was happening at that moment.
Or inappropriate. It was not inappropriate.
So I bitch slapped it.
It wasn't necessarily. It wasn't necessarily inappropriate for the group,
but it was. To describe it. It was dumb.
Yeah. It was a dumb thing to say. It was like this, Aaron. It was like cussing in front of your friends versus the first time your mom heard you cuss.
Shields, like 3 seconds before that, just said he had 3 testicles.
That's only if you have that
right?
kind of mom, Sean.
Okay.
Yes, he was speaking about himself.
You responded about how he hangs them or whatever.
It says a lot that we have to try to
Okay?
explain
come
to you
on.
why
We're going
what happened
pretty
happened.
deep into the personal
Okay.
level there. When
No, no.
Shields brought that up, hey,
He
why
offered
not just say,
himself.
"Hey,
Aaron,
Q,
Aaron,
do
I've got
you
a,
have
I've got a,
nipples?"
Aaron, I've
Right?
got a very good, I've got a very, very good,
That's the
I've got a
point
very
again.
good
See, no,
description for this.
no. The point is he was offering himself up, and you offered me up. Remember that.
I did
Aaron.
not ask you to show your nipples. I never.
All right, guys.
fucking asked you to
Both
say
of y'all,
that.
wait up, guys. Here's the analogy. This is like people telling jokes about their mother, and then I tell a joke about their mother. Not only will it not be funny, but somebody's going to be offended. And if somebody's not offended,
I'm talking about my mother.
Yeah,
You don't know her.
Went just a tad bit too far, just a tad. And I
Your-
said,
your
like
mother-
I said, like I
your
said,
mother-
hey, like I said, Aaron, if it was like another group, it was probably no one would have said anything. It kind of would have just kept going. But you said it, and the wrong person heard it.
Yeah, why didn't you ask one of the boys if they had nipples?
Brian's mother's so fat she jumped into outer space and got stuck.
Why don't you ask Brian if his mother's got nipples?
That's why she got stuck.
I will default to Ben Stiller. You can milk anything with nipples.
You milk a cat?
This is just gross. Don't milk things, guys.
Oh, how about this, Aaron? That table of comedians you're sitting at, you're not one of them. How's that one for examples?
There goes your communion, right?
Huh?
Our communion?
The hell?
Huh?
Your communion.
Communion? What, are we religious now?
Dude, Sean said it, not me, Davros. Calm down.
Aaron,
I
what
love giving
happened? Did you
Davros-
fall off your bus?
What bus is that?
The bus we were riding a minute ago.
The short one.
I think Sean Smith said it really well in YouTube chat. He said, "You can say what you want, but be prepared for the consequences of your words."
I do drive a titty bus. Just so you know, I drive a titty bus. But that's racist and absurd for this social show that we're talking about here.
How's that racist?
Can't say titty bus.
He's trying too hard, Sean. Just let it happen.
Oh, I see. Okay, I see what's happening. Okay, that's weird.
If I pull up my shirt and if I show you my other 2 nipples and I have Q on them, would that be offensive to someone on this panel?
That would be like creepy stalker. Don't break cues on your
It'd be
nipples,
offensive
dude.
to someone on this panel. See, we don't need people that are easily offended on
We
this
don't
panel.
need your
We
naked
don't.
body with writing on it on this panel.
Look,
I'm not sure why you're calling that mole a nipple either.
words, just by words.
Aaron, why are you calling that mole a nipple? I'm still very confused by that.
He doesn't know the difference.
Because it had hair coming out of it. It was funny at the time as we're sitting there joking about hair and nipples and body parts, all this stuff that all of a sudden somebody got offended about.
I thought you were flashing your
Nobody's
chode.
offended. You're offended.
Yeah, don't get
It's not
offended.
like-
I was just laying the line
Hey.
out for you, Aaron. That's what I wanted
Still-
to say, Aaron.
Still,
It was
that
I
was
wasn't
not
Aaron.
my-
I wasn't offended by anything, but I wanted to make it very clear that you weren't going to say the things you were saying on my stream to a person that I know. That's
What do you mean things? I didn't even say things. I just said one quick statement. That's it.
You don't get it.
It wasn't a
And
statement,
it turns
it was a
into
question.
this, right?
Yeah, well, that's what I mean.
It was a question.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, that's your fault, Aaron.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Aaron, in a social setting, and if I wasn't there, you probably would have got away with saying it, and everyone would have just got awkwardly quiet, and the conversation would have dissolved. But
You
here,
ballers,
I
you
say
ballers just
something.
want to pick on a flatty for any
You're
fucking
not
reason.
a fucking
Any
flat
reason.
earther.
Any reason.
Stop using
I-
flat earth
I
as an
think
excuse
it-
to be a dumbass.
I think it opened up a chance for us to talk about where do you cross that line and who draws the line and why is the line there. Gave us a
I
chance
agree
to
with you.
discuss and explore.
I agree.
And guess what?
I'm just
You do
just
not
that I'm
have-
not the least funny person on the panel tonight.
You do not
that's
have
good news.
freedom of speech on my panel. This was a great example of it. There you go.
I said it though. I said it.
And you got the punishment for it. Me saying something.
I asked Q, which is this virtual thing. This virtual thing.
No,
I
yeah,
don't
yeah.
even
See,
know
that's
a
okay.
real name.
Oh,
I don't even know a real
Hey,
name.
guess what? Guess what?
All I know.
That means, Aaron, you're a virtual thing. And if I kick you
my
out
real
of here,
That's right.
if I kick you out of here, and I don't ever let you on my panels again, it means jack shit to me because you're just a virtual thing.
You're absolutely right. Yeah, you are right, Sean, about that.
But guess what?
Now you shouldn't do that.
Hey, I don't consider everyone else the same way. Just you.
No.
Thinks I'm a snowflake now, Sean.
Sean, you didn't let me finish. I asked a virtual thing. When I'm looking at my phone, I only see channel Q.
Maybe that's your
I don't
problem.
see her face. I've never met her.
Yeah, that you know what, Aaron?
But
Aaron, that works.
But I have heard her voice.
Aaron, that works on other panels. But here, I don't run my panels like we're all just virtual things that voice into a voice box and come out of everyone's fucking speakers. I've said this before.
You guys are real people?
Hey,
I gotta go.
I've said this before, Aaron. I consider the people on my panel my friends. And I wasn't bullshitting.
So we're kind of all a social being, right, Sean? A social.
And definitely not just virtual fucking bots in their fucking speaker that I hear when they
I've
vaporate.
never called anybody by name and said, "Lift up your shirt and show me." You know, I never said that.
Aaron, no matter what.
All I said was
Aaron,
we were talking about dicks.
Hey, Aaron,
and bodies.
Aaron, I
mean,
get it. You can dig a big hole, but trust me, you're digging your hole way too deep now. You're not gonna be able to get that excavator out. I guarantee you.
Look, Wingnut thinks I'm a snowflake now. Obviously it's Aaron that's the snowflake.
Yeah, and I saw that in the chat. And yeah, Wingnut, I'm the one who made this a situation because I'm the one who stopped the conversation and said something to Aaron, not Channel. I did. I've said that 3 times now. I don't want Aaron talking to a friend like that. And that was my decision. It wasn't at her rescue. It wasn't at for her. No, it was my decision. How I run my panel. That's just all it was. And now everything after that is literally Aaron digging his own fucking grave now. That's it. That's everything else after that.
I would never talk to anybody on your panel like that. It's your
and you
panel.
know what? Like I said, Aaron, I said what I had to say, and if you would have dropped it, we probably would be laughing about something else by now. That's how serious it was. It wasn't even that serious, but it was serious enough not to continue on with. That's exactly how you should have taken it.
Dude, let's go back to the beginning of my day where I almost had to shoot a guy.
Wait, what?
Wait, what?
Wait, yeah, what? I don't remember
Fucking
that part.
drunk neighbor of mine who doesn't like me. And I was out
because
there.
you were feeding the ferals and he threatened you.
Yeah, I was feeding the ferals. So I was I was going in and out of sort of abandoned buildings. I'm not gonna stop doing it.
You gotta stop doing it. All you're doing is aiding a problem.
No. I'm helping because look, if I feed them, then they're less likely to hunt the squirrels and the birds. Then it won't.
And they're more likely to fuck up a new batch of cats.
Yes.
No. They're not going to do that because I take them and I get them fixed and then I return them.
You know what?
And then I just feed them to help them
do the damn thing. They'll keep rats out of your neighborhood, but
yeah, they will help.
That means you have to do every single cat that can have babies. You have to do that too.
I did.
So you got every single one.
Yep.
Every single one.
Yes, every single one that I am feeding is a fixed cat. Now.
I can't say shit. I'm sorry. My problem has been fixed.
I went through a program. I got a deal. The more cats I brought in, the cheaper it was.
Oh,
okay.
Damn. Okay. So you're actually like doing something about a problem.
Yes.
You're one of them. I get it. Cool.
Yes. No. I'm trying to understand the best way to fix the problem or to address the problem, and I'm trying to make sure that that's what I'm doing.
Find them homes.
Well, it's kind of hard.
It's hard to find homes for some of them because some of them are really very feral, and I've never been able to pet them or even really get close to them. Okay, but I can trap them in a trap and take them, keep them in the trap, and then the doctor puts them to sleep while they're still in the trap, fixes them, and they wake up in the trap, and then I just put the trap back out and like open it, and then they leave. You see what I'm saying? So we don't touch them except for when they're unconscious because they're dangerous. And some of them are friendly. And when there were 2 of them that were kittens, I was able to find 2 kittens at home, but it's because they were kittens. People don't really want to take in the bigger cats. And a lot of them are pretty messed up looking because they've been out there and they're rough.
Biggest cat I caught when I did a cat ecology course. We caught a cat weighing 13.5 kilos.
What?
I'm gonna tell you right now.
We caught a cat weighed as much as a dog.
Yeah, I had a cat like that once.
Digital. Isn't cat hunting encouraged in Australia?
Cat hunting?
Yes.
Okay, so if they are a danger to your livelihood or property, yes, you can shoot feral cats. But if they are actually keeping the mice away, you are encouraged to keep them.
Oh, really?
Because we get field mice plagues.
Yeah.
You got other.
It's actually called a nuisance, not a danger.
So they're kind of like waves in that, right? Like sometimes, or like I guess in the past, the
army goes out and shoots these cats
if it's a problem.
I think that was just for one time when they were killing.
I have a question.
I think wasn't there like an outbreak, like a population boost in those feral cats, and it became a problem? Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
It's because people don't do the right things when they get cats, dude. They
Sean, there's actually a cat shortage in the Asian community.
No, there isn't. Japan has got a problem.
And it's not funny, Terry. And it's not funny. I know
exactly. It is in Australia. It's fucking hilarious.
Terry. It's Terry, not Terry.
And what about the Emu Wars?
Just to add, not only do they get the cats fixed, but they also get all their proper shots, like the distemper and the rabies and shit. So they get everything. And they get
is distemper what makes them go like wild? Like wild?
I don't even know what it is, but it's one of the shots they have to get.
Female cats have nipples. Just so we know.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, nice try.
Back onto that again.
And I figure, Sean, that's the best thing that I can do, because I'm certainly not going to have all these cats live in my house with me, because that's just insane.
I think it's 100% because killing them isn't necessarily the best thing. And I think a bunch of neutered cats in your neighborhood means you're not going to have to worry about a rat infestation ever in your neighborhood. That is actually good for what do you call for the investment of the house, if you ask me.
But they also piss all over the cars too.
No, they don't.
I don't have a car.
Yeah, cats are a mess. I agree with Chills.
I don't think they piss on cars.
Well, these cats are all fixed, so it doesn't make the smell like.
What do you mean? Cats piss on cars all the time. They'll mark anything.
I had a neighbor that was feeding shit. Yeah, I had a neighbor that was feeding like 30 cats.
They don't do that. If they're fixed, they don't do that. They do that because of mating rituals, and if you fix them, they lose the gland.
It's territorial.
Yeah, because I used to have a female cat. They used to cry, and I used to want to kick that cat across the room because of it. I didn't, but I used to want to.
Oh, because it was in heat?
Yes, it was the worst. And the only reason I even had that cat was because my son's cat.
Like, Sean, you're sitting back in your chair and we can't hear you.
Damn it.
You should have just got it fixed, Sean. Then you wouldn't have had to go through that, because it stops doing that after that.
Yeah, but I'm lazy, and it's not my cat. I didn't care.
There's another argument for keeping goldfish as pets.
Hey, you want to know? Hey, unpaid. So check this. My dad and I used to have fish at our yard up in Camp Pendleton, and they were outside. We literally got goldfish. 6 years later, I shit you not, they were the quarter of the size of a koi fish, and like an intense red, and they were the goldfish that we had bought 6 years prior.
How big were they when you bought them? Like little 3 inches?
Little like a quarter,
1 inch,
the size of like a $50 maybe.
Goldfish grow for the size of the bowl you keep them in.
Yeah, these were in big troughs. But goldfish don't generally live as long as these did.
Or get that big.
We had some koi fish that got huge, but these got about 4.5, 5 inches in length, and were the darkest reddish I've ever seen a fish. Ever.
Hey, I've got a question that I want to ask everybody on the panel, and this is just one of these goofy questions that occasionally gets up in my head. What is your favorite type? What is your favorite type of movie?
How do we answer? Do you want to go down the line, or
what does that make you think?
Action, sci-fi,
suspense. Okay, suspense thriller.
I don't really watch movies.
Okay, Aaron.
Documentaries count.
Yeah, documentaries count. Aaron.
I stopped watching movies about 12 years ago.
Okay.
But if I had to say, I would say I'm gonna have to give the name of the movies that I like to watch, and you can give the genre because I'm not sure of the genres. I love um, Beautiful Mind.
Rom-com.
And what?
Yeah.
Yeah, Beautiful Mind was a good one. You know, that type of movie. I love also. Gee whiz. Now I got to remember the name of the movie.
Oh Jesus, I thought you knew the name.
Tombstone, movies like that. You know, action, adventure.
Western sort of thing.
It's not really one
what
genre.
What was the one with Guy Ritchie? Guy Ritchie, who did the reverse type movie.
Memento.
Yeah, Memento was a good flick.
Memento.
That was Aronofsky.
Yep.
That was Aronofsky.
Yeah, I like movies like that.
Interesting how
Where you have
two
to
out of
watch-
3 movies star Australians.
But listen. I like
no.
movies where you have to
Chasing
watch
me?
them 2 or 3 times. You know, just to you enjoy it the first time, but when you watch it the second time, you know, 6 months later or whatever, you're like, wow, it's even better. You know, there's more to it. You know.
Okay, Brian.
I was arguing with Wayne in the chat. What are we doing?
Movie. What's your favorite types of movies?
I just noticed that, Brian. I'm like,
What's-
oh, damn.
What's your favorite type of movie?
Ooh, that's actually a tough question. I can tell you my actual favorite movie, but it's still not my favorite type. My favorite movie is basketball.
It explains so much.
Okay.
Please tell me you've seen Basketball, Shills. It's a wonderful.
I've got it on DVD.
That's a good movie, but it explains where your humor.
Never seen it. Never seen it.
It's a parrot. It's a satire aimed at professional sports, and
Okay.
it's co-written by the South Park creators, and they're the stars.
Okay.
It's worth a watch. It's definitely worth a watch.
He likes goofy comedies.
Okay. So
my
your favorite
genre. My favorite genre is horror.
Okay. Huey.
Why you like horror, dude? Are you sadist or masochist?
Suspense thriller, I'd go with. I like lots of different kinds, but okay. I'll put that up there.
Huey?
Satanist
what type?
overalls, just so you know.
Suspense thriller.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good on
Jose.
you, Huey.
Jose.
What?
Hey, Jose.
What's your favorite type of movie?
Different ones. I got 2 of my top favorites. Counters of the Third Kind and Groundhog Day for some reason. I'm amused by that movie.
I like that.
Okay, so sci-fi.
Sci-fi, yeah, and a little in twisting, kind of repeating of time travel type of shit.
Okay.
Hey,
and
guys,
and
what
I
was that-
get
what
into
was that movie?
sci-fi and comedy.
Hey, Shills, what was that movie with John Cusack? And he lived in the mind of a killer. God, what was the name of that movie? And it
No clue.
showed like what was it? Say?
Talking about room.
I said I've got
Yeah,
no clue.
Room 306 or something, or
I've seen a preview for that, right?
1408.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
Somebody's right, but that was a great movie. Like the movies I like, where
I thought he was in a
a
burned
movie,
room.
but you're living in the mind of a killer. But it's
I thought he was in a
full of-
burned room.
No, not the burned room. It was John Cusack.
Yeah,
it
John
was older.
Cusack room for something. And he was in a
304,
burned room
yeah.
where his family died or some shit.
1408 is the name of the film. It's about a hotel room that was haunted by a murderer.
No.
1408 really adds up to be
Sorry, Deborah,
13,
that's
so
not
really
it.
it's just
No.
4.
I'll look it up. And okay, carry on.
Being John Malkovich. Oh, that's not it. Sorry.
I bet
Yeah,
you
that's
guys
another
couldn't
movie.
guess a million years what my favorite movie is.
Doesn't have any murder in it.
Can a
Okay,
series,
Savannah Smiles.
I do. It's
Can a
Elmo
series-
Goes Potty.
Can a
Let's talk
series
about
be?
it, Pat.
Does a series count?
Give us some hints or
Unless
some
there was a movie with it.
small
Like
clue.
about
We'll
I
talk
think-
about it.
I think
We'll
Sean's favorite movie is the film adaptation of the Broadway musical Everybody Poops.
He likes
Yay!
something funny happened on the way to the moon.
Oh hell no.
Twisting
Uh-huh.
Brown.
He likes Moulin Rouge.
What the fuck, dude?
This one's old.
It's old.
Fight Club.
He
Okay,
likes
panel,
Bonanza.
let's talk
No,
about
War of the
no,
Worlds.
Jose.
He
Jose,
gave, he gave us a clue.
Jose, real fighters hate Fight Club. Fight Club is
Yeah, I know.
stupid.
Oh my God, let's go with Rocky. You guys, what do you think? Rocky 1, Rocky 2?
Oh my god, dude.
I mean, he's gonna love that.
Adrian.
Princess Bride.
That's my
Ghostbusters.
favorite movie.
Adrian.
I have
Princess
like
Bride is
I'm so
everyone's
nosy.
Oh,
favorite
look, you're going to go down that road, Finding Nemo.
No, it's not a
You know-
cartoon.
I
You
know
know,
which
actually-
one. It's Annie.
You
It's
guys
Annie.
working for Netflix?
Stop. Hang on. For one,
The
Sean
best,
Smith,
the best line in Rocky.
Sean
The
Smith
best line in
says-
Rocky. Oh,
Sean
sorry.
Smith says Full Metal Alchemist. That is my favorite cartoon. My favorite
Full
Hanny
Metal
cartoon.
Jacket.
That is badass. That's a badass cartoon, and it is my favorite. But it's not my favorite movie.
Full Metal
Did you like Brotherhood, Sean?
No.
What, you didn't watch Brotherhood? It's just the carry-on from Full Metal
Never in
Alchemist.
this story.
Oh no. Yes, I did. Actually, yes, I did. When they had that like the walking leaf or some shit like that.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
I saw
So,
that. Yep.
do you care what the chat thinks the best movies are?
I
Because that's what people are
I didn't
answering
like
you.
that one as much as I liked the first ones, the Japanese or the American version. But I didn't watch
Spaceball.
it.
Spaceballs.
By the way, you'll
Robocop.
realize that you'll realize the best line in the entirety of Rocky 2 isn't by any of the main characters, right?
Dude,
I don't even remember that movie.
Adrian.
The best line in that movie is, "That's not the kind of man we need in our life. You kept hitting the man, and he kept coming after you." It's the best line in the entire movie.
Robocop.
Spaceballs.
You guys are so wrong. You're not even in the right.
Dude, the best
genres or-
movie in the world is THX 1138.
I feel like if I
because it's
just-
so much true.
I should just tell you because you guys aren't gonna even get close.
Just
Ready?
tell us.
You didn't give me
We're
any
not-
clues.
You're right.
If
I'm not
it's
gonna
science
give you-
fiction, if it's comedy, you didn't give.
If I tell you what kind it is, then I might as well tell you what it is.
All right. So what decade? Is it from the 80s
I think we said it was Fight
or the
Club.
90s?
It's from like the 80s, 90s.
It's Fight Club, dude.
No.
Rad.
A Fight Club was in
Hey,
2000.
Hey, fuck that. Rad is a badass movie. That's my old
I
time
know.
kid one.
Gleaming the Cube,
Hey,
buddy.
Aaron, I
Gleaming
used to
the
bike.
Cube.
I used
Dude,
to
they
bike,
don't call
Aaron.
that movie Gleam in the Cube anymore. It's called My Brother's Keeper.
Okay, I'm gonna tell you guys. You guys suck at this. Ready?
It's Poltergeist. Poltergeist.
Clint
Ready?
Eastwood Gauntlet.
Oh, hey. That's the closest anyone's gotten, but hell no, it's not Clint Eastwood.
Death Wish.
No.
Phantom of the Opera.
So he's
You
going
need a clue.
psycho.
Can't you
he's
give us
going,
a clue?
I don't know how to give you a clue. You're
Terry,
like, giving it away.
Terry. He's going psychosis, psycho.
Okay, it's not a cartoon.
Analysis,
It's not
horror,
cartoon-ish.
kinda.
It's older than the 90s, and it's not an action.
Plan 9 from outer space.
Not an
Oh,
action.
wait, somebody else has actually seen that piece of shit? Chill, you seen that piece of shit too?
It's a
I've
Misfits album.
seen Manos, the Hands of Fate.
Oh no, have you seriously, Shield?
Terminator
I've seen that
2.
damn movie.
I
I feel like
have.
Sean's
I have.
favorite movie is gonna be some kind of kung fu shit, dude.
You really think
It's
so?
gonna be like some sleeping tiger hidden daddy.
Bruce Lee.
Bloodsport with Jean-Claude Van Damme. Bloodsport. Is that him?
Jean-Claude Van Damme, Bruce Lee.
Should I just
Jackie-
say it
Right.
now?
Jackie
Legend of a
Chan.
Drunken
Right,
Master
right,
starring
right.
Jackie Chan.
Tell me when I should just say it, because this is bad.
Yeah,
Just like-
that's
Just
good.
say it.
Sleeping
Just
tiger
say it,
hidden
Sean.
daddy.
Just say it so we
Starting-
can laugh at you. So we
Every
can
time,
laugh.
Darting vulture, leaping
every
snail.
time I try to say it, everyone just starts rounding off to see if they can say it right
And I know
before
it
I
was
say
to
it.
be Brian.
You started it.
Sean, give us a line.
Oh, there is no line. I don't do that, Brian. I'm sorry.
It's a silent film
Okay.
from the 90s.
No, it's not a silent film.
Is it a kids movie?
I
Or
don't
is it
like
an
that
adult
mime
movie?
shit. It's not adult, but a kid
I
probably
tricked
wouldn't
you.
like it. A kid
Is
Is
wouldn't
it a
y'all-
like
kids
and-
movie or is it an adult movie?
Oh, The
Sean?
Lion King.
I got it.
No, that
Sean.
would've been
It's
in the
SC Montreal and La La Land. That's your favorite.
Oh.
Sleeping Beauty. Or
There we
Beauty
go.
and the Beast.
There we go.
I'm gonna pull
Alice
it up
in
and you guys
Wonderland.
can see it.
It's Beauty and
Sean,
the
you
Beast,
gotta-
guys.
Gotta put us out of our misery.
Too Fast, Too Furious. That's his movie
This
series.
is fun. No, Terry,
That
this
sounds
is
right.
fun.
I bet you it's Too Fast, Too
Christine.
Furious.
Christine with John Travolta.
Terminator.
Christine, did that have John Travolta in it?
Yeah,
you talking about
yeah,
the
the red
TVC
card.
movie?
Okay,
Yeah.
you guys ready? You
That
guys
was John
ready?
Travolta?
Okay, I'm gonna pull it
Yes.
up right now.
Wow, was he in the Sometimes
Yeah, he's
They
gonna
Come
say
Back?
Die Hard. You watch.
Hell no.
Who was in Sometimes They Come Back? Somebody I don't know too?
Housekeeping. That's your
Lonesome
favorite
Dove.
movie. Housekeeping.
The fuck is
Housekeeping.
that, Chanji?
Yep.
Pocahontas.
It's about 6.5 hours long.
Yeah, why didn't you just say you like cowboy movies?
Because it's not a
He
cowboy
likes
movie.
cowboy movies.
It's not
Brokeback
considered-
Mountain.
He likes Western.
Yeah, I was going to say Brokeback
It's
Mountain.
not considered a cowboy movie, and it's definitely not Brokeback
It's a
Mountain,
Western.
assholes.
It's a
It's
Western.
Brokeback Mountain.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
That is a bad. Hey, watch it. It's a badass fucking show.
What
It's a
movie is
series.
it?
It's like there's like 4 different series, and they're all 2.5 hours long.
What is it
Well,
called?
there's not a
Lonesome
movie
Dove.
then.
I
That's
think
not
I
a
did
movie.
might have watched it one time.
It's a great. It's
Jose's
good.
right. That's not a movie.
That's a TV series.
Oh, they might have
said
made a
it was
telly
a
movie
limited
just
series,
started or whatever.
Brian.
They turned it into a TV series, but it first came out as a DVD like collection before it even came on TV. You know what I mean, though? That's why I don't know.
Okay.
That's why I couldn't figure out if you consider it a movie or not.
Sean, it's a cowboy series. They are Rangers.
Yes, they were.
They are
Western.
Texas Cowboys.
Yes,
They
it's
We
not a
don't call
movie.
it a cowboy. We call it a Western.
Yippee-ki-yay.
No.
That's Die
That's
Hard.
Australian.
That's-
That's
yeah, I was about to say,
Australian.
that's-
for, hey, y'all.
How you doing?
The fact that these two marshals join a cattle drive makes them goddamn cowboys.
Well, I know, but it's not like a stupid, like not well made cowboy western that you're used to.
Westerns
Have
are
you seen-
okay, they're good.
Yeah, the Ridiculous Six is pretty good.
I've never
that
seen
one,
that.
that's funny.
But I like this one. This is my favorite.
It's new one. It's a cowboy comedy take. You know, it's funny. It's not bad.
See, this isn't a comedy.
Jose
though.
likes it because there's a line in the song that's "Why do I have 3 nipples?" And I'm not kidding. That's a line in the fucking movie.
Really, holy shit.
Hey, I can tell you now, you guys can find this on. If you type "Lonesome Dove" into YouTube, you can find the 4 series that it breaks it up into. It is a fucking the greatest fucking movie or series ever. I've watched it over.
Why do you like it, Sean? Why do you like it?
Because it's awesome.
No, but why? What particular points? Language?
Oh no, me and my dad used to watch it.
characters,
Me and my dad used to watch it when I was a kid.
Okay, cool.
That's it.
Is it a soap
I don't-
opera type
and-
of action or soap opera?
It's like it's
Western
I don't-
drama.
Yeah,
And you can get it on Blu-ray.
Yeah. Western drama, I would say. Yeah, it's not like a like it's I don't know how to explain. It's not like overdone. Like every time you say drama or adventure, you think this over like action movie. It's not like that. It's very laid back, but it has action like fights and
Sean,
shit. What?
Sean,
What?
just so you know, someone has put an Outlaws Redemption on YouTube. Lonesome Dove Part 4.
all of this is drama, okay? It's either drama or it's tragedy, right? It's comedy or
Hey.
it's tragedy. It's all drama.
I
Sean,
gotta take off. I will catch you guys later. Terry, if I'm awake later, I'll give you a holler for the after show.
Okay, then. If you don't wake up, I'll poke you with a stick.
Sounds like a plan.
Yep.
Yeah, stick.
What time are you going live?
Cheers, Shield. Have a good night,
I
Shield.
don't know. YouTube Studios seems to change to this new live streaming section, and I've been trying to figure out how to
Yeah, I
do
hate
it.
that
So
thing. If you mess it up, it'll like start you over completely, but keep that stream going. I hate it.
yeah, I know. Well, that's I can't get it back to the way it was. So
Yeah,
I'll try.
click stream now. Yeah, click in the bottom right. Says stream now. When you click that, it takes you to the old way.
Oh.
That's what I did. Figure out.
And earlier, I tested it. Hang on, Jose. I want to test this again. Tell me if you got, because remember, you guys can't hear my audio unless I do that whole weird speaker thing. I think I figured it out, but I
America's
test it right
greatest
now.
Western
Can
saga,
you hear right
Lonesome
now?
Dove, is back and
Yeah.
now available
No,
for the
can you
first
hear
time on a
what I'm
special
playing?
DVD 18.
No.
This is Captain
hang on.
Woodrow
No.
F. Call.
Hang on.
And I'm Captain Augustus McCrae.
Winner of the
I'm
Golden
too busy
Globe
looking
and
for
7
live
Emmy
streams.
Awards, this epic adventure, directed by Simon Windsor, stars Robert Duvall,
hear it now?
Tommy
Oh,
Lee
hang on,
Jones, Danny Glover, Diane Lane, Robert Urich, Rick Schroeder, and Angelica Houston.
You all right? Hell no, I ain't all
Can
right.
you hear it now?
And now you can own the entire 6-hour epic on one DVD.
Yeah, we hear
I
it.
wish
we
we
hear
never
it.
let
I hear it.
Too many people already died. It ain't
It's very
dying,
low.
I'm talking.
Very low.
Yeah, I have it turned down. But yay, I figured out how to
I heard it.
stream music to the
I heard it, but it was very low, and we don't hear.
But we
Sean.
don't hear you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't hear no Sean.
I changed my microphone.
I don't
to-
hear nothing now.
To my virtual cables, and
I hear
that's how
you.
I'm using my voice.
No, I
meter.
heard it fine. I'm not
Oh,
sure why
wait.
you are saying it was low.
Yeah. I forgot that they
Oh,
can't
it
hear
was
me,
low
so
on
I
mine.
changed it back. Hang on, I gotta change it back. Hang on.
But I'm not wearing headphones.
Okay, so I forgot that I had to change it back. So I used my voice meter and I put my virtual cable as my microphone. That's why you guys no longer can hear me. But I'm playing whatever I patched through now. So I figured out how to play audio in the Hangouts. But you won't be able to hear
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm not going to mess with the voice meter. I tried once and it fucked everything up. I just do the good old,
me. If we do like if we go through it, I can show you how I know how it's easy now. I figured it all out now. I use voice meter. The only thing I don't ever use voice meter is my microphone. I let my microphone stand alone because that really messes it up. But everything else, because now I have 6 different speakers that I can play to you guys at any time, and I can play them on different things. So I can wait till a part comes up and then play the sound to everyone. Voice meter is worth it if you then know what's going on. So we'll do like a one-on-one.
Yeah, I'll try once, but I think I got the laptop and it's easy setup. I don't want to get too complicated yet.
But that's the thing. If you have a way that doesn't fuck up and it works, I say stay with that until you're ready to move up.
Yeah, I'm not ready yet. I want to, in the near future, get me a desktop, a more powerful, with more gigas and stuff, memory, and then I'm ready for that. But right now, I'm okay.
Yeah. If you're just because I also forget that my setup is a lot different because I have multiple screens, so I'm able to do a lot more. And I got to remember, I can't teach someone with one screen to do something. You have to have at least 2 on.
Yeah. Laptop won't allow me to do two desktops. Yeah, screens.
That's why I was giving Sean shit last night about Jose can run a fucking seamless stream.
I mean, it will allow me to do 2 screens on OBS, but the 2 actual desktops setups on my laptop, I tried and I wiggle a little bit, but no, I think I keep it simple the way I got it.
It'll probably slow your laptop down a little bit. That's the other thing, Aaron. The reason it is because when Jose does his setup, he has a setup, right? And his computer runs it and he knows it. What I keep doing is I keep trying to advance what I'm doing because of my computer's exactly.
You add up, and you push it, yeah.
Yeah, and I'm learning all these scripts and all these things, so I can do a lot more than Jose. But I also run into a lot more problems than Jose. That's why I said to Jose too, if you're fine where you're at and you're not having problems, that's my advice to everyone. If you have a situation where you're comfortable, not having issues, you're not having setup every time, I say stick to that until you're ready to advance in that. Because what I do is the opposite, and it's bad. But I can say I know a lot more about OBS and things tricks and things you can do than Jose.
And you got a much stronger computer too, more powerful.
Exactly. But the problem is that I run into a lot more problems than Jose does.
But that's why also, Sean, they also say that as you get bigger, the producer is not the host, right?
Well, that's the thing. That's why you're supposed to separate yourself. I'm doing all of it.
Yeah, you're going one
Amen,
man.
me too.
One
man gang, one man gang.
Which is cool.
Well, Jose, we were looking like we were doing the stream, and then at a point we're trying to get something to pull up, and we're getting this. I have to do this. We're saying it verbally.
Yeah.
Well, a producer doesn't have to do that, so no one ever hears that, and that's why you're supposed to separate producing and hosting. because as a host, naturally, because you're here to speak, you start saying the shit you're thinking. So that's why
I get caught up in that sometimes.
exactly. But that's what happens when you're doing it all yourself. So I get that. That's not even a bad thing. I think it's actually better because it becomes
It's
more
fun.
real.
It's fun. Yeah, it's fun.
But that's
And
what,
your show is good,
that's why,
Sean.
That's
Just
why
so you
people
know,
have.
yeah, your show
That's
is
why
good.
people do like the host and have a producer, so that they're able to host, and the producer is able to do all the bullshit that actually is being done behind the scenes. Because like, it's very difficult to just start a live stream and then never have to touch it again. So like, there is
very
stuff that
difficult.
is going on behind the scenes that no one's actually realized. That's why it's not just easy to just jump on and start doing it.
That's why we super chat, right, fellas?
No, that's why you super chat like a dumbass for links.
Yep.
Look, I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing.
You know what I'm doing? Yeah. I haven't seen a
Well,
super
I mean,
chat
I don't
for,
know, but
hey,
I respect what you're doing. I respect
Aaron,
what you
I have
guys
not seen $1,000 super chat come across that screen yet.
You're never going to see $1,000.
Yeah, good try, man.
Just checking.
I've had $1 million.
I got 3,000 in my pocket, but you're not going to see that.
Okay, that's a lie.
But at the same time, you guys, let's just say Sean and Jose, putting on these shows. Oh my God, what a great release for all of us, right? I mean, I come home just waiting to see, oh, is Sean live? Is Jose live? Somebody's live, or even just listen to a pre-recorded show. I just want to see, did Jose record the show? Because I know what it takes, or I don't know what it takes, but I understand, like, there's work involved. You know, I just worked all day. Jose's worked all day. Sean, you worked on doing the show, doing everything you do all day. Gee whiz, right? I'm just saying, respect
It's
involved.
like giving you a toast, like it's your wedding and shit.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Aaron.
I'm just talking about respect for what you guys do. I mean, gee
Yeah, I
whiz.
just whipped up two streams ready, booked in for today and
I know,
tomorrow.
even
So
Terry. Yeah.
sorry.
You always leave Terry out.
Terry, how many hours a day, Terry, do you spend trying to at least put a show on? Just the
I
show
just did it.
on.
I just did it then while you were talking. I just did 2
5 minutes.
One for tomorrow.
All done.
That's it. I'm done.
Okay,
Yeah, but we've all listened to Terry, so we know how that runs.
Yeah, our shows go for twice as long as both yours.
Yeah, but sometimes you don't hear you.
Today I was gonna go live this morning, and I woke up at 8 in the morning. I do my show at 10 in the morning. At 8 in the morning, at 8:30, I have my laptop and I start pulling. I'm gonna do a show on Atlantis, on the hidden cities or whatever, right? And I start pulling, bro, videos. I had like 25 tabs open, and it got so fucking slow. The computer, I got to shut it all down and open one at a time. And I got caught up watching like 4 hours of little documentaries and footage. It's so fucking interesting, and I probably, if I do it tomorrow, I'll do it on that, because I got a few clips and it's interesting, that shit on the hidden cities of Atlantis and shit.
Jose, have you gotten to the Bimini Road yet?
Right?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Jose, for topics, like you just said, you know, you get caught up watching other shows. Man, there's so many topics we can talk about, you know.
Yeah, I was asking
No, I was.
Flat Earth.
Yeah, Jose, I was wondering if you've gotten to the Bimini Road yet.
To the something road?
The Bimini Road. It's a
Bimini
set of, yeah, it looks like a set of megalithic blocks that appear to run under the Caribbean Sea towards a central location. It's really kind of neat.
Yeah, I saw that. It was one compilation on one guy kind of speedballing. There are structures in this part of the water, like zooming in the map and showing a little bit of the underwater things, a bunch of places in the water, and then he touching some of this more detail. Pretty good, pretty cool shit. I saw a bunch and I downloaded a few videos, like 2 hours documentaries, and I said, like, yeah, I'm gonna show like 5 minutes of this, 5 minutes of that. So I have to, before the show, I still gotta pull those videos and find the specific timestamps and keep it in pause, you know, on cue. So when I run it, I want to present visuals on something, you know, so we get a topic going.
Jose, is your
12-minute warning.
Jose, is your laptop running then basically 24 hours a day, right? You've got shit queued up for the next morning. You go to sleep and wake up and be like, okay, here's where I'm at. I've got all the shit ready. Like,
Yeah, no, I save it. I got a folder like I just a folder Atlantis, and I downloaded a few videos and I put them in there and the little thumbnail that I did for the show. If I schedule everything up, I leave it in private, like tonight, and then whenever I'm ready to go to the show, if I'm gonna do it, then I set up the schedule time and I put it in public.
Yeah,
But I already, and then I gotta just open all those windows and get them ready to go. So it takes a little bit, take at least an hour to preparation. When I'm gonna go a topic now, when I do a random hangout, let's just an open hangout about whatever. It takes me maybe 10 or 15 minutes to set everything up.
yeah, but you already had that pre-set up, right? Like,
Pre-set up. But then I shut it down. I shut down the laptop. When I just turn it on. I gotta re-log in to the accounts and open the YouTube setup. I do a bunch of setup. I had a setup before, but I had to close everything down. Sometimes I leave it all up and close it down. When I open it up, it reboots again. Everything, all the setup I had before. I still gotta do the re-login and a couple stuff.
Yeah, like what
what
you see, like Aaron, what you see on my screen, I can make it there every time. Here's how I think it works. When you have a panel, there's less setup. When you go by yourself, there's a lot more setup because then you start having to, fill space. So the more the shows with panels, there's less setup, but there's a lot that has to go on. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Oh, come on! Why are you bullshitting him? He's seen Arwen streams.
Yeah, right.
But
have you seen him?
The hardest part about running a stream with a panel is the people on the panel. That's the hardest thing about it. Who can be on panels together and who can't?
Yeah.
Well, regardless, I just want to say thank you, Sean. Thank you, Jose, for putting on badass, live streams or even just shows that we can go to because I know it takes work.
Yeah.
I know it takes work.
Thank you. You're welcome.
And thank you, Aaron, because you're part of it. You make this possible too. You're here, so you are part of it. Without you and without anybody here, Channel Q and Brian and Terry and Davros and you, Chunji, it wouldn't be possible. That's it.
We could rant for so long, but it would only last so long. But like I said, the panels, they keep the streams what they are like this.
Yeah, Sean, you and I could have a conversation for freaking hours.
Uh-huh. Yep.
Yeah,
we've done it before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but instead, on Sean's panel, me and Davros have to have a conversation for hours, and this is what's amazing.
See, that's the thing.
This is what's amazing.
Hang on, that's the thing, because I also have every right and can do where I can just have him on, just me and him, and have that conversation where I don't need a big panel. I can trust me. I can do this alone. I've done it alone for many years. I can rant. I'm a ranter. Like I do better rants than I do panels because I overtalk people all the fucking time. I'm a ranter. That's why I started live streaming. I can rant for 2.5, 3 hours every day. I promise you, I can do it, and that's not easy at all.
That's not how long I rant. 2 or 3 hours a day.
It can't be that hard. Pete Shea does it all the time.
Try it, Brian.
No, I'm not that.
Ali B does it. Pete Shea and Ali B does it all the time.
Ali B is very good at it. Ali B, I would say, is one of the best. Honestly,
yeah,
not bullshitting at all. Just the person who can just rant for hours consistently. Ali B is actually really good at it.
And the Rumpus, if the Rumpus had a stream like this, he would have rant for hours too, unstoppable.
But Ali B can keep an audience. Rumpus, his first 15 minutes would be great, but everyone would leave after that.
I actually watched this morning the Mark Doxey. He had the Rumpus on. He had BlueMarbleScience maybe last week, and it was pretty good, decent chat. And he had the Rumpus on, and he uploaded the video, and I watched it. It was like almost 2 hours, bro. And I was able to listen to it, even though half of the thing Rumpus got out of the questions and ranted or whatever, but it was entertaining because it was funny. Mark Doxey kept in like asking him questions and giving him choices. Like, what do you think about this and this? And the Rumpus started ranting and ranting. It was fun. I recommend you to watch it.
Was it like a one?
Yeah, Mark Doxey and him. Yeah, it wasn't a debate. It was a chat. A friendly talk. Yeah.
And I think that's what it is. I think that the situation where there's multiple people on a panel, and Rumpus has to be that other guy on a one-on-one with everyone. So he's always in the conversation. So you're right. I'll watch it because maybe that's where he needs to be. To tell you the truth, you know what I mean? To actually,
Rumpus
really good.
definitely
Speaking
needs
of the
to be
Rumpus, you remember I was talking about
outspoken.
that guy who chewed up that plastic bag when he was getting arrested? I'm pretty sure Rumpus uses plastic bag to floss his teeth too.
Did you really just call Rumpus that?
I wasn't making a joke, dude. Rumpus can take it.
I didn't get it.
I know you didn't listen to the beginning of the stream when she first came in.
Okay.
I posted the link in here of that interview of Mark Doxey and the Rumpus. I'm gonna post it in the YouTube chat. People want to check it.
So Rumpus is Chris Rock's character from New Jack City.
I still want my one-on-one with Rumpus over this Horizon thing. It's just he don't respond. Jose,
he wrote you a book in the comment.
Yeah, exactly. Jose, I want a one-on-one with Rumpus. Can you get that going?
Sean, get closer to the mic.
God damn it.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to make it happen.
Let me know. We'll do it on your stream.
I don't know if I could listen to that.
Will do.
Well, that's why it needs to be moderated. It won't work on my stream.
I was thinking after as I was almost at the end of this Rumpus and Mark Doxey, I was thinking like, holy shit, I could have the Rumpus on my just one show called the Rumpus Show, 1 day special for him.
Yes.
And I was thinking about asking him the fucking housekeeping question from Nathan Oakley. I said, I'm gonna write it down, but I'm gonna rephrase all the questions. Like. Instead of Nathan Oakley say any evidence of curvature, I'm going to ask the Rumpus. Hey, Rumpus, can you show us how can we see the curvature of Earth or where? And then just let him rant. And then what is gravity? And then the second one, instead of any evidence, scientific evidence of gravity, I ask him, Rumpus, tell me about gravity. What is gravity? And then shut up for another half an hour.
Jose, you
Let me
could
just ask a
have
bunch of stupid questions, Jose. I'll make them all.
your panel. I mean, you could start a live show. Ask one question, Jose. Ask one question, and let Rumpus go. And 24 hours later, you can come back to your show, and Rumpus will still be talking. Right? You could do that with Rumpus. You guys get it? Or no?
Yeah, Jose's first 24-hour stream could be Rumpus on one topic.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could call it Rumper Room. That was the TV show we had here. It was a kids program.
We can Rumpus.
Yeah, but call it Rumper Room
Instead of Rumpus Room?
Yeah, the Rumpaton. The Rumpaton.
Yeah, the Rumpaton.
That was funny.
But yeah, I'm gonna talk to him to see if he wanna go on my channel. Hey, Rumpus, I'm gonna let you rant. I want to talk to him like on Skype private. I said I'm gonna ask you questions, and you can answer them. Just take as long as you want. No more than 15 minutes per question.
But don't forget. I want that one-on-one with him.
Yeah.
I'm gonna roast. I still think we actually need to do a real roast of the Rumpus. We can actually call it the Rump Roast. It'll be beautiful.
Okay, but just remember, anyone that's part of it has to be prepared to become part of it.
That's easy. I'm gonna tell me I'm not funny. I'm in.
I'm gonna fuck him up. I'm gonna mess him up on his 8 inches per mile square is equivalent to 400 miles because I have messaged a couple of actual mathematicians and they said it's no good past 100 miles.
Yeah.
Oh, Rumpus is wrong a lot. Let's have a roast of Rumpus.
Yeah, but he has to be on.
Okay. But listen, the guy's been here so long. We can't just beat him down in one, like a month.
Aaron, you don't know the Rumpus.
Yes, we
just
can.
got here. Aaron, you don't know Rumpus. We do.
Rumpus
trust me.
Has been around for about 4 years.
He'll be.
Dude, once again, listen to that interview. Listen to that interview of Mark Doxey, and you're gonna understand Rumpus a little more. That's why I got a different take on how to handle the Rumpus by listening to this for real.
Hey, I want to make it clear again. I mean, I've said it 1,000 times. I got respect for Rumpus. I think he's smart. I think he's one of the smartest guys on here
Problem is he doesn't have people skills, how to explain stuff to people, and then he has no respect for anyone. So that's my problem. And I think the way he handled the Horizon conversation was wrong, and I think he was wrong in how he ether banned the terms he uses.
Yeah, that I can agree with. But only because you want to say it, I can agree that he's inventing terms.
Yeah. But he's just being completely negative about people that do the same thing.
I can agree that there's a level of hypocrisy coming out of the Earth Discussions 2.0 for shiz, dude. For shiz, there's a lot of hypocrisy comes out of there.
Because there's no such thing as a super looming. If you said super looming to a scientist, they're going to go, what? It's not a real
And then
term.
when he explains that he's just referring to looming at a greater extent than is typical,
Then
they'll be like, "Oh, okay, that's weird."
Okay. But then when Travis says says ether band, and we know he means atmospheric conditions, and we jump down his throat, why aren't we doing that to the Rumpus? Because they're doing the same thing. He's just changing the term for something that is real.
Fair play. Exactly.
No, I see. To me,
yes.
To me, it's different because Travis actually invented a new term versus Rumpus added a superlative. One's a modifier, one is the replacement. That's where my issue is.
If you say to a scientist super looming, they're gonna look at you and go, "What? That's not a term." Am I wrong?
Yeah. What are you doing? Are you making a rug?
Yeah, if I Google super looming, I'm not gonna get anywhere. If I Google a fixed location or fixed horizon, I'm not gonna get anywhere, and that's my problem.
That's his point.
Super looming
Yeah, but
happened
if I-
in the industrial age.
If I type in super looming, though, I'm going to get super looming back.
No,
I'm going to get
you're
looming
gonna get
back.
looming back. But
If
you're
I
not
type
gonna
in
get
looming,
yeah.
band, what am I going to get back?
But we know what it is. You're clarified on that. The same way, if you say super looming and you can't find super looming, he's gonna have to tell you, oh, you're not gonna be able to find super looming. You have to look under looming. Why? Because it's not even a real thing.
Yeah.
And he's so disrespectful.
And I'm okay with that. But I guess it's just because
I started off by saying,
I guess it's because it's a modifier doesn't bother me.
But I started off by saying, hey, Rumpus, what do you think of Travis's ether band? For that reason, because he starts making up these new terms for what he wants to say is something more of or whatever, doesn't mean that it's real, and it's a good way to bring upon this forum. You know what I'm saying?
I agree and disagree. Chump. I mean, the super looming, I understand the analogy with the ether band, but I giving a little more rope to the Rumpus because it's like saying I got a headache, and he said, and I said like I got like a really bad headache. He said, oh, so it's an extreme headache. So he uses that little adjective before the actual word that it exists.
Yeah, but every headache he has, he calls it an
But you gotta
extreme
also
headache.
remember, it also streamed over to me in his conversation about the horizon, and now he did it with the fixed location.
Oh yeah, I understand.
And
that.
so, and he's wrong in saying that because it's not true. It's not even a term. It's nothing.
I still
think y'all are talking past each other on that subject.
We're not.
I feel that
Sorry,
Sean's
go ahead.
criticism is fair, and it'll only make the Rumpus better.
Well, that's the thing. Last night, I think I made it. Like I'm starting to. The best part about it is I'm clearing up how I describe it, and I know for a fact that the way I'm understanding it and explaining it is correct. And Rumpus is going to tell you that the way he explained it is correct, and I have every way of showing you how what he's explaining is not real.
It is a
Yeah, maybe he could change instead of saying super, he could say extreme or extra.
No, that's okay. It's not so much. He can say whatever he wants. But clarifying. But he cannot say the horizon has fixed something about the horizon because if you, like I said, if you research it, you will get nowhere.
Horizon's fixed, John.
No, don't start. Don't start. Don't start, channel.
Yeah, that was the 3 hours. That was a 3 hours discussion last time.
Yeah, we can mess that up real quick, can't we, Sean?
Really good at arguing,
Yeah, but I just looked up super looming. First thing that come up was Wikipedia saying looming is refraction, and then the next page, guess what I get advertisements for?
Uh-oh.
Wool looming.
Guess a loom?
Yep. For making rugs.
It's not looming, it's refraction. Thank you. And you just proved Sean's point.
Yeah, and again, we're in a situation. It's not everyone knows what we're talking about, and we're all just chumming it up. There are people that are trying to understand things.
This debate has been mostly semantical because flat earthers lack evidence.
But there's no point putting that word.
Necessity to be impeccable with your terminology.
Well, the best part
Yeah,
is...
but Rumpus does it to us.
Yeah, and here's the best part. They may be laughing, but the funny part, the joke's on them. Because that they should be doing the same fucking things to flat earthers that I'm doing to other globers, and they're not. So the joke's on them.
Joke's on you.
Amen.
I'll help you, Sean. I'll help you.
Sean, don't be like one of my attendings I had in third year, because I said redness instead of erythema, and he looked at me. It's like, why would you use an incorrect term? Patient could have died. They mean the exact same thing, asshole.
But see, if there's a clarification at some point that is a correct term and a different way of saying it, it's different. And like I said, it's not that. It really isn't. Because when he says super looming, I know what it is without him explaining it. But to call something... Now, this is on the respect part. To call Travis a fucking idiot because he refers to atmospheric conditions as the ether band is an oxymoron. Because why aren't you a fucking idiot for having super looming?
Well, maybe Travis is just an idiot in general.
Well, yes, but the term thing, if Travis said ether band is this, and this, and it was not what we know it is, I would call him on it. But he's not changing what we see. He's just changing the name. Just like if someone said, I don't like gravity, from now on, I'm calling it the wiggle wiggle dance. So every time I say wiggle wiggle dance, I'm describing gravity, and you guys know that. At some point, you guys are gonna go, just let that dumb motherfucker say the wiggle wiggle dance every time.
There is a correlation. Exactly.
You know who I figured out it was he's a troll. It's Chris Berry. He's just a troll.
Yeah.
Because he asking this simple question, this flat earth global debate 1-on-1. So 2015, he said like, oh, so what is this? Like, what is whatever? Some little bullshit. Bro, it pissed me off last time I had a stream and he was in the chat. I said like, dude, what the fuck are you talking about? Go back to, I don't know, go back to your cave or whatever. I got pissed off because he was just trolling, but he said, like, no, I mean it, dude. Like, what do you mean by this? I said, dude, just get the fuck out of here. Don't be disingenuous, you know. He pissed me off just by simple questions.
Jose, what are you talking about? You gotta love when he comes on and he's like, "No, I did a Foucault pendulum," and then he's got a rope with a barbell hanging from his fucking ceiling in the garage.
It is the best pendulum I've ever. No, he did the Cavendish. It was a
Cavendish
Cavendish in his garage. It is the best Cavendish I've ever seen. I've ever seen. I guarantee everyone, please Google search or go to Chris Berry's channel and look for his Cavendish experiment. It is by far. This way, I give the motherfucker respect because he actually tries to do shit. Please look at his Cavendish. It is awesome.
So
you made an awesome fail.
It wasn't good, but it was Davros, I haven't seen yours.
I don't need to do it because other people have done it for me.
But he tried.
But see, I understand. I understand.
And sometimes he may need to do it 3 or 4 times. But he does. He is one of the people that does stuff. Gotta respect that.
These guys just have to learn. Accept gravity.
I know,
because it happens.
But he won't. But at least he does something. He's not just a panel junkie. He does try. And that's I don't care if he's fake flat earther. I don't care if he thinks it's flat. At least he does something. Gotta give him that.
Jose.
Oh, you mean like Nathan Oakley holds a tape measure and thinks he's a scientist?
I'm trying to hear your question, Aaron.
I know.
What, Aaron?
Jose, I had just tuned into your channel live stream when you went off on Chris Berry, so I didn't know what happened before that. I don't know if he was live on his show or just in the chat. And I was wondering why, because you got pretty aggressive, and I'm not saying anything about how you run your show. I was just wondering what Chris Berry did whether it was live? Was he on a live chat?
No, he was on the chat, and I was reading him on the chat. I don't remember exactly what it was, and you know why I don't remember? Because it was something so dumb and so simple that he was asking that I don't even remember. That's why I got angry with him.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so it wasn't like a big
so
deal.
I can go. I can go re-look at that and see what happened there.
Yeah. When I went off, scroll up on the chat and see what was up because I really don't remember. That's why I tried to make the point. I know it was something really dumb. But I said, Chris, very please don't
you know what,
troll.
Jose? He triggered you. He actually. Well, I'll use the trigger word. That's a fucking old word now.
No,
But you know what
no. Chris does that. Chris does do that. He will try to trigger you. He did it to me. I flipped the fuck out on him and called him all the words that I could think of in 3 seconds, and I had to apologize. That's how bad of the words I said. But he knows how to do it, and he likes doing it.
Yeah, but you guys, you got to realize that it's not worth it, right? We are to remain calm and collective, and just keep demeanor of ourselves.
Okay, so is it okay for me to
so that's
purposely?
why
Is it okay for me to purposely? Is it okay for me to purposely anger you?
When I just tuned into Jose's show and I heard Jose just like triggering on Chris Berry, I was like, "What the fuck? This is abnormal. This is abnormal." Okay, Jose never flips on anybody, really, except the Glowbirds. Yeah, he flips on that.
What? Oh.
Shit. I've seen. I'm waiting for Jose to flip on Aaron.
That was a good. I kudos. That was a good one, Aaron. I liked it.
I have 1% wit, 90% troll.
That's because you're a Glober, Aaron.
Yep.
That's only 91%. What about the other 9?
Exactly.
Don't worry about that. 9%'s hanging out my pants. What? What? Oh, that was weird.
Yeah, but in the past stream, in the last
in the
stream,
background yell 1%.
I got rid of Nathan Thompson in the last stream. I had to remove him, and I banned him, and I don't want him anymore. Nathan Thompson, he just too much.
He'd be fine if he would stop intentionally insulting people with the worst possible insults.
The same thing I was saying about Chris, Nathan Thompson does too. That's where Chris got it from.
Yeah. Chris still can come back on my chats, but Nathan don't.
After Travis started talking to Nathan, Travis started doing it.
Yeah, we were having a decent chat about conspiracies. I think it was yesterday. And we were going and going. It was a little heated, but then Nathan Thompson out of nowhere, he said like, "Oh, Brenda is a dude that think he's a woman or some shit like that." Something really dumb. And I was trying to keep the line and keep everything. I said, Nathan, you know what? Just get out, bro. I mean, just fucked up. Like it had nothing to do about anything we were talking about. He just wanted to trigger Brenda. That's it. So fuck him.
Yeah, personal attacks is not the way to go.
That's like an old Tim move. Why is he doing that shit?
And Nathan.
Oh god, what was that doorbell?
Oh, fucking Terry.
Pizza.
I made Terry ding.
I know, that's Terry's Zoom chat.
Yeah, I made him ding.
Hey, now in the same show, before I removed Nathan for just being silly like that, I removed Piche because I have Piche and it was going good because we were talking conspiracies. I say, how can I have a show about conspiracies without Piche? Until I mentioned 7 times. Let's talk about whatever. Don't talk about the victims. Talk about the events. And 9/11 was going. 9/11 was going. You know what happened, right? Yep. Piche start talking about the victims. Yep. Big time after Piche. Goodbye.
And Jose, that's why he has a rule on my channel. He can't talk about 9/11 because of that one reason alone. And he
was good. I was keeping him, bro. I was keeping him. Yeah.
You can't let him do 9/11 at all. He can't do it at all without saying that at all. And I learned that. That's why he's not.
Yeah, it was good. About the JFK assassination, it was a long, good talk for over an hour, and it was a lot of good argument.
3 hours.
Yeah. Then he went to 9/11 and Piche fucked up.
Went too far. Goes way too far with it. Then you could tell.
Well, you have to know that whenever the Trade Center collapsed, it collapsed in the shape of Aristarchus.
Yeah, man.
And as we all know.
No, Brian. Pete goes so far that it boils my blood.
No, I
Well,
understand.
Yeah.
Pete is.
he goes
Pete's
far
actually
enough,
ill
guys.
though, and that's the part that I have an issue with.
I don't like touching on any subject when there's personal tragedy for things like that.
But he goes far enough only for YouTube
No,
censorship
no,
of your channel, right? No, because if I
Across
was
the
on the
board.
phone,
No. It's across the board, Aaron.
listen,
no,
fellas,
listen.
I'm not
Aaron, are
done
you
yet.
aware of
I'm
Pete's
not done.
history?
Yeah, have you
I'm
talked
not
to?
done
Have
yet.
you heard it? Have you heard it, Aaron?
Yes, I've
When?
heard.
When?
Yeah, definitely. Now, what I'm saying is, if we were all on the phone, we're all just talking on the phone together, we wouldn't, censor each other.
Oh my
No,
God!
no,
I'm
exactly.
telling you.
Yeah.
As
No,
far as the
Private
live stream goes,
I would.
I agree.
No,
I agree
his
with what you
words.
and Jose do. I
No, I'm
agree
telling you right
that.
now. I'll tell you right now.
I agree.
I've never met anyone he didn't offend with his version. I'm talking to people who you won't even think things happen. Are like, are you fucking kidding me?
No. Jose said he banned PJ because he started talking about people that died.
At
right?
9/11.
Yeah. I know.
And he talked very disrespectfully about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Stop talking about it.
But he's but
We're gonna
Jose's
summon him if we
running
keep
a
talking
live
about him.
Nobody
show
cares
on a
about
public.
Peach. He's not even
public
here, and we
forum.
don't want to talk about it.
Listen, Jose's running a live show on a public forum. I get it why Jose shut down Pete Shea. I get it. Now, if we're just on the phone together, all of us on the phone together, we can talk about death and all this fucking bullshit. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I would. Yeah, I would. I wouldn't mind.
I would have hung up.
Yeah,
I wouldn't have had that conversation with
I
Pete
wouldn't
Shea.
mind. I want to listen to his point of view, but I don't know my channel because I heard him talk about it on his channel. There's a difference. His channel is smaller and he doesn't catch up in the YouTube algorithm too much. My channel is a little bit bigger and it get promoted in some of the side, people find it trending sometimes. Yeah.
Here's the thing, Jose. I give a shit less about trendings and algorithms and what YouTube thinks. His opinion is so offensive that he's not allowed to talk about it.
It is.
I'll talk
Yeah,
about 9/11 here all day long. I don't care. But his
No,
version
Sean.
is so
His opinion is
disrespectful.
not that offensive. Jose had him on for almost 2.5 hours, but
I've
it's
had him
when he
on for
starts
longer
on
than
that
that.
point.
You don't understand. He is so disrespectful to the victims of 9/11. I won't let him
Only
talk.
when he gets on that point, right? Yeah.
We tried to get him
other
off
than
that point.
He
He
can
kept
talk
running
about
to it.
Aristarchus all he wants on
Exactly.
Jose's
Yeah,
channel.
and
Everything's
Jose,
fine.
Aaron, I let Pete
Dodo
Shea
birds
listen.
and all
I
this
let
stuff.
Pete Shea have 2 hours on my stream to talk about Aristarchus, and I want
Drink.
him to do another one, a part 2 of it. It's not that.
Absolutely.
It's how he talks about 9/11. The only person I've ever made a rule for on my panels ever is Pete Shea, and the rule is he is not allowed to talk about 9/11.
I thought PJ held himself well for about 2.5 hours
I
on Jose's
won't
channel
let-
when
hey,
the
guess
topic
what?
was
Guess
the
what?
topic was conspiracies.
Yeah.
He
Yeah,
did
no.
pretty
It's
goddamn
only-
good.
listen,
He was given
it's-
a
listen,
And
I'm telling you right now.
Jose cut him
something
off.
to not
Yeah,
do.
Cheers,
again,
Jose.
he could talk about any conspiracy he wants, except 9/11. I'll say it again. He is the only person I've ever given a rule to be on my panels. And guess what? He actually has respected that rule for a very long time. That's why I do allow him on here. But when he crosses the line, he's got to go.
I know he's a good guy. Right? He gets heated, emotional, just like you, just like me, Jose, everybody. Especially when he's been on Jose's show for about 2.5 hours, getting confronted with all this nonsense with Bob the Science Guy and Big Blue saying all this stuff. He's keeping calm, and yes, then he'll go to the extreme, and Jose cuts him off, says, "No, you can't talk about that one thing, right?" And Shay, I think he respects that. He says, "Okay, fine."
Let's take a vote on who
You
cares.
think
crossed the
PJ
line.
respects rules? No, that's
Yeah, he does. That's why he's welcome back on
I gotta
all
go, guys.
channels. He's always welcome back on all channels.
I wouldn't say all that.
no.
Sean, you just said he's welcome back on your channel.
Within
I
a
would love
set
to
of
hear
rules.
Sean G. I would love to hear Sean G talk to Russian vids.
Oh, I would flip out on him. I've never talked to him once in my life. I've been on panels with him, but I never actually went on one-on-one with him. But he's one of those guys I'd be like, the sky is green during the day. You'd be like, what? And he goes, that's what it is. And he knows, he just,
He would be transvestigating you within the first 30 seconds.
I'm telling you right now, you guys call Jose a flip-flopper. He has made a living of being in the limelight by flip-flopping his ideas.
Yeah, he's something else, man. Russian Beast is something else. He's a lot into numerology and Freemason and the Illuminati. He's just cuckoo. Okay.
Yeah, but look at his sub count and his view count.
And that's because he's no. Russian Viz has gotten all his subs because he's very good at clickbaiting. Very good. That's what he's been good at. An auto hoaxer.
Yeah, and he got invited to some big shows, radio shows with like Chris Jericho and shit. You know, he's funny, a funny guy. You know, to talk to because he's just a cuckoo guy, and people hear him as a comedy type of thing and as an extreme conspirator. You know, I got no issues with him. He's just funny.
Well,
he has 24,000 subs.
And here's the thing: recently, what he's now started to do is he actually does like he used to be a really bad auto hoaxer. So every event he did a story on, but recently he started kind of backing off from doing that. So now what he actually does is he goes against conspiracies, like what do you call it? The one where things changed, Mandela effect. He doesn't believe in it now. He used to, but now he'll talk against other flat earthers and hoaxers that like Mandela effect isn't a real thing.
But Mandela effect is part of the Mason cult. Didn't you know that?
That's exactly why it can't be real. You're being gaslighted into thinking that there's a Mandela effect. I think what he says.
Sorry, Ben. What if Russian, his site is just a place for folks to sit for about an hour when they get off work instead of turning on the mainstream news. Nobody's stuck on Russian vids. We're not just sitting there watching them, 24 hours a day. But what if it's just a great release from what if...
For fun for a little bit, yeah.
Shit like that, Yeah.
If you watch it for too long, you turn into 33 UC.
But what's wrong with that, right? What's wrong with saying, hey, I watch the news, and then I watch Russian vids, and I go, damn, two totally opposite points of view. I'm going to meet in the middle and carry on my day tomorrow. No big deal.
Well, one of the funniest upload that Russian Vids did was when Sean Hofford, one of the videos that you can see the breast. Sean Hofford, he got a condition where he got breast or whatever. He like, oh, look at this, Sean Hofford, whatever. He's Belzebub or whatever the name of a demon women, whatever, with like a man with teeth or something like. He was doing the comparison with like the statues and him. It was hilarious, bro. Russian Beats take on.
I like the way he speaks. Actually, I do like it. It's loud, it's fast, it's fun, and he doesn't stop. When Russian Vid speaks, like he's just like, and this is what I say, and 33 confirmed, and he just keeps going. That makes for great listening.
He's like a very rude version of Lemon Bird.
Well, he likes me. He gave me a range on his channel, even though I don't watch him a lot. But when I type in, he go like, "Hey, Jose is my friend. Let me give him a range." Everybody was angry. Like, what the fuck, man? Are you crazy? He's a flip-flopper. He like, no, Jose's cool. I went to his channel and I talked to him and he's cool. I said, yeah, get on you, man. It's cool.
It's good publicity, right?
Yeah.
We need that.
Did I lose the signal?
No, it's here.
Everybody died? Or what?
My bad. I had interaction happen, and I had to mute my mic.
Sean, it's just gone 4:20 here, so
yes,
time to
exactly.
blaze
Same
up,
here.
buddy.
Yep, already doing it.
No, it's not at 4:51. You got the wrong time.
Now, here's the
Terry,
thing, guys.
Terry, anytime after 4:20 is blaze time. So
Yes, it is.
yeah.
Yep.
I know the rules, Sean. because 8 o'clock in the mornings after 4:20 p.m.
Anytime. It's 4:20 somewhere.
Yeah.
But I gotta get out of here, guys. I'm in the process, yes, but time to go. Anybody got anything to produce? Are you going live tonight, Jose? It's kind of late. I kind of ran through, didn't I?
Nah.
Okay. Oh no, Terry, you're going live. You're right now, huh?
Yeah, I'm going. As soon as you finish, I'll go and do a bit.
Hey Terry, you throw me the link.
I do it the same like I do it every other time, Aaron.
I know, but I clicked the link and you won't let me on.
No, you haven't. You haven't. No, you haven't, because I've only got one person that's ringing the doorbell.
God dang it!
He's a hard. Whenever you want to have, Sean, whenever you want to have that chat about bad things in medicine and how we're fixing them and what ethics are.
Yeah.
I'm down to have that conversation. Give me a couple days notice and we'll have it.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you, Brian. I do appreciate that. For
Brian, show me a private message on Discord or Skype, so I got you recent in the top, so I can let you know whenever I get a hold of Mr. Grimm. If you want to have a talk about vaccines, so we'll get a good one going. If you're up to it.
Mr. Grimm really needs to read his sources.
That'd be cool to show it live to see what's going to go down. You know.
Yeah, actually, Brian. Right now, what is in the shortage we have are people that can actually argue vaccines with a legitimate, knowledge of what's going on. We're lacking that in this world right now.
Yeah, there's this one really great dude called Professor Stick, and he really sticks it up the anti-vax people.
Yeah, but see, he is not what I would consider a good source of knowledge.
Do you know what he does for a living? He has an advanced degree in biochem. He's actually really good.
Okay, and he has the same issue as Red's rhetoric. But no, I'm not even going to clump him. Yes, I mean, the shit talk and the way you just talk down to somebody makes your information pointless. I'm sorry. That's just the way I feel. And put it this way. I know Professor Stick. I've actually talked to him. My friend, Cynical Skeptic, or not Cynical Skeptic, the Cynic, he's been around every once in a while. He hasn't seen him in a while, but we used to be really good friends. But he used to run a live stream, 7,000 views, blah, 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 blah. But he's really good friends with Professor Stick. And I've actually had conversation with the guy. He's a good dude. He doesn't act like that in real life. That's how many times I've talked to him. But I just don't like his method.
Yeah, okay. but it's when he. Okay, don't think about his method, but what he explains about. Yeah, it's clinically correct, and that's what's good.
Yes,
that's why that's the reason I watch. I don't watch him for his talking down or giving him shit. I want the information.
But if it was someone who was, if I'm a flat earther, because remember, I met him when I was a flat earther. He didn't know I was a flat earther. Matter of fact, I went on, and this was funny, the Cynic, the guy I was just talking about, I used to go on his live streams, and when I tell you this, it was the funniest 2 months of my life. Okay, so he runs a live stream that I would say is
flat.
I don't know what you would, it's very white American thought minded.
Dry.
Basic.
And Antifa, is that the ones? Are those the right ones? Those are the ones.
No.
Which ones are the skinhead, the dangerous ones?
That's still Antifa. But...
Okay, no. Listen to me. Now listen to me. Yes, Antifa.
So it's fascist.
Bible Belt.
Yes.
Bible Belt.
Yeah.
So it's fascist.
They're not Bible. No, they're not Bible anything.
No, it's fascism.
Bible Belt.
Yes. Okay,
Bible
so
Belt.
the majority of his viewers were that. He wasn't, right? But here's the thing. If you don't know who I am, you don't know who I am. I was on a stream for 2 months, and at the end of the stream one time, this girl named Jennifer, we were talking, and me and the Cynic had said something to each other that came out that I was actually black. And it was the first time she had heard any of this, and she went ballistic.
Wait, Sean, you're black? Are you black?
I would be considered African American, yes. But,
just fucking with you, yeah.
Yeah, but she went ballistic, and then I went into the chat, and I mean, like, I became friends with a lot of people, And it got to the point where, like, at a certain point, they can't even say you're an nigger and nothing. They can't do it because they know you now. And then they, you know, and I don't bullshit. So it was funny for a long time, and I got away with it for a long time. But a lot of people don't know this. And I can even show you. I don't care. I'll even show you who I'm talking about. I used to play football with my brother and his team. Flag football, competitive. It wasn't pussies. So don't talk shit. Trust me. I have the scars to prove it. But the guy that I'm talking about was what was called a new generation neo-Nazi. So everything you believe.
Oh, so
go ahead.
Millennial fascist.
Yes. So they believe in the whole white race thing. That is, I mean, they're all about that. But
they're mid-20s, right?
Yes, but they're not about anything about like beating up black, like nothing like that. They just believe the whole keep it in the blood type bullshit. But as a person,
purity.
Yes, as a person, the dude is a good dude. I mean, there's nothing about it. He came with a really good friend. Like there'd be times where because I'm not gonna lie, you know, I may have a smaller stature, but the thing is that I would actually start shit with bigger people than me. And believe it or not, he was actually there to help me many of those times. So we became very close. And he told me this right out the gate. He said, I don't give a shit that you're black. He said, I just don't want you messing with my woman. But I agree. Don't worry about it, buddy. Your woman will never have a black child, I promise.
You can't promise that. It just won't be your black child.
You don't say that. Yeah. You don't. You just leave it at that with a guy that size. If I can find the picture, you'll see what I mean.
About Team Skeptic?
No. What are you talking about?
Wait, is Bob the Science Guy live? I just realized that.
Oh,
Holy shit!
I'm already supposed to be off of here. Like I'm feeling the stare on my back right now. I'm just trying to find.
Yeah,
something.
Terry's staring you down, boy.
Hey, thanks,
it'll be more fun. It'll be more fun in Terry's because it'll be different people, not only Bob talking. You know, it'll be fun in Terry's.
Hey, thanks, Sean, for not kicking me off. I'm gonna cut off the live stream right now. Terry, if you sent me a link somewhere, I'll get it.
I'm just happy you know to get out of here now.
We'll see you all tomorrow, maybe. Okay. Bye.
See you, Aaron. Thank you, brother.
Yeah, I gotta get out of here. You going live tomorrow, Jose?
I might 50% chance that I go. Thank you, Sean, for having me, and yeah, good luck. I'll see you around, guys.
Have a good one, Jose. Thank you. Okay, everyone, go over to Terry's. Terry's gonna be live right now. I gotta get the hell out of here.
Yep.
And everyone, Digital, thank you, my friend.
You're good, buddy.
I'll message you, and you'll be on tomorrow. And then Brian, like I said, I'll DM you because I'm definitely interested in that conversation.
Yeah, I sent you 2 pics on email as well because they're too big to send in Discord.
Right.
There's no subject. So, yeah.
Yeah, no problem. Everyone, I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Or I may even see some of you later on, but definitely tomorrow. I'm going to get out of here. Thank you.
All right. See you later.
All right, everyone. It's time to get the hell out of here. You know how we do. Got a couple new ideas for my intro, but I'm going to tell you guys right now. This is the intro that's staying. I'm not changing this shit anymore ever again. This is the brand.
Bye.